It should be starting up here. Let me make sure I'm on the right save slot. Load in. Hello everybody. We're back with some Loop Hero. A little bit of technical difficult. What? A little bit of technical difficulties. Jack has abandoned me. I don't know where he is. He's probably fell asleep. He does that. And I panicked. So I have invited a friend of mine, a real-life friend, who is working on some stuff, but he's going to hang out with us. His name is Jacob, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Howdy.
Howdy, howdy. And Jacob is a friend of mine from college, back when I went to a different college in person. And he's going to hang out with us until Jack gets here, and if Jack never shows up, then it'll just be me and Jacob hanging out. So, first of all, thank you guys for showing up. Good Day says, Darnell haircut, Pog. You're a few weeks late to that, buddy. Also, welcome to the stream, Good Day. Good to see you. So last time, Quaker Button Nose, welcome, hello. So last time on Loop Hero, we took down the Lich twice. And off-screen, I had two separate realizations. The first was, oh crap, I haven't been taking those buffs at the end of boss fights. And then the second was, oh, I shouldn't have been because those are perks, not buffs. They add to your perk list, so it's good that I wasn't taking those because they kind of dilute the pool. So we still have the second boss to fight, but the problem is we beat the first boss way too quickly because we're just that good at the game. So we don't really have a lot of the buildings we need. So we might farm the first chapter again, I'm not sure. I want to get things moving. I don't want to keep you guys waiting around. But at the same time, let's save up for the crypt here. But at the same time, I just don't know. So let's take a look. We have the Herbalist's Hut. Let's give that an upgrade. So we can get some better potions, have more potions on us. There's much more room here now. To express my gratitude, I'll tell you a healing recipe. 15 lemons, 2 spoons of honey, 3 heads of garlic, and 10 ears of wheat. Throw it all in a pot of water and let it brew for a bit. Best remedy for sore joints. Don't give me that look. You'll be thanking me in 15 years or so. I'll be thanking you right fucking now. My joints are sore all the time. So, Jacob, do you know anything about Loop Hero?
I watched that stream with you and Travis a little bit ago.
Aw, rad. Yeah, so basically it's kind of like an AFK idle game, sort of, where it's more based on the decisions you make. All like the fighting, potion usage, etc. is automatic. All you do is equip loot and position the map the way you want and build your deck. So let's go. We'll do one more chapter 1 run, I think. And we still only have the warrior class, so let me check out our deck real quick. Everything looks good for what we have. We don't have much yet, but we'll unlock more as we build more buildings and get further on in the game. So I think we're just gonna pop off here. And just checking the Discord one more time. Jack is still not awake. Sweating emoji. Good Day says, yeah, sorry, I've been a bit too busy to join into the stream. Sorry about that. You never need to apologize. The stream should only be joined into whenever you have time and for funsies. You don't gotta... There's no obligation to watch the streams. But I am happy you're around, and I hope your time frees up soon. So without further ado, let's just pop in here. Alrighty. And on my personal file, actually, I beat the third boss. I'm at the last chapter, and I won't spoil what is on the last chapter. I haven't beaten it yet, but it's a doozy. So this game might take us a while to beat, unless you guys end up wanting me to switch to something else on stream after a while. No good places to put mountains. Let's just go here. And we'll start farming these slimes. So, Jacob, what are you working on right now? Unless it's something you don't want to share to the public eye.
I'm working on my 4,000 word history paper at the moment. I'm editing it.
For your capstone, or is this the other one for your project?
This is the other one. The one that I've been sweating over for the past week and a half.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that in the chat. What's it about again?
Prohibition.
Nice, nice. Classic Prohibition moment. Yeah.
Would you say you're a prohibitionist now?
Maybe. After the last drunk stream, I don't know. I'm all in favor of people still having alcohol, but me, I'm pretty prohibitionist, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I got
when
so
you were
sick. Yeah?
When you were voicing that old lady It reminded me of that Jello Apocalypse quote when in the Disney Ranked video where he said, "I don't want money, I want money!
Money! I want it!" Oh man, I haven't watched a Jello Apocalypse in a while. I forgot that guy existed. Good times, good times. So, things been keeping you busy back up at school?
Yeah. Grind week has been not fun.
It'd be like that sometimes. Good Day says, wait, there's no obligation? Then what did Tanhoney make me sign? A waiver for your soul, duh. Can't believe you agreed to that. That is like literally noob moment 101. It's in the server rules. Don't sign Tanhoney's contract. Thought it was pretty straightforward. As good as the magic damage is, I think we should start stacking vampirism early because we already have the chest. So if we put our build around that, we'll have some good sustain. Speaking of Tanhoney, he is having an off day today. And I'm not meaning that in like a... Well, I don't know how his mood is, but yesterday he was like, hey, so I'm gonna have a day off tomorrow. And I was like, oh, cool, want to record or just hang out? And he's like, nah, I want a day to myself. And I was like, all right. And I have not seen him online all day, so I have no clue what he's doing, but I hope he is recovering well. And we're going to put a vampire right there. Secret hack, so we only have to fight it twice. It would be really epic if a slime would drop me a weapon. That would be really pog right now, because I have 0 damage.
Still better than negative damage.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't gotten there yet, thankfully. I would like to kill some enemies that are not slimes. That would significantly help move things along. Maybe if I can get this mountain finished. Alright, cool. We have a cemetery. I'm just gonna plop that down right here. And I don't think we have the camp item yet that makes cemeteries give us a resource. But nevertheless, now that we're spawning skeletons, we're going to probably want to look into getting some magic damage again. I know I traded it off with the shield earlier for more vampirism, but I'm sure we can find some elsewhere. See, not really what we're looking for, but we're almost done with this mountain. That'll be really helpful. So, speaking of games, you've been playing a lot of RPGs lately, yeah?
I mean, I haven't been playing anything for the past week and a half.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in general, you had like you had a marathon recently of like JRPGs a couple weeks or months back.
Yeah, I spent like January and February playing Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10-2.
Oh wow, you really went through the ringer, huh?
I mean, I finished pretty much all of them in 25 hours. So,
any standouts, any favorites among them?
10's the best one.
Yeah, that's the one you got me, right?
Yeah.
I might have to play that on stream one of these days. I'm really excited to try that out. I always imagined, because they're JRPGs, that they were really long, so it surprises me to hear you beat them all in like 25 hours. Like 25 hours a pop, or?
Yeah, for each.
Okay. That makes way more sense. I thought you were like a JRPG speedrunner.
No. There's an ambulance outside. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Alright,
10 in particular, I think, took me like 35, I think.
35 hours? Not bad. Those are
like
still all surprisingly short times for JRPGs. I'm used to them being like multi-hundred hour... Oh, finally, weapon. Oh, now we can like actually play the game. Yeah, usually they're like multi-hundred hour endeavors, yeah?
Well, for me, I don't really do any of the side quests, so...
Completely fair.
Cuts down on the playtime considerably.
I might be doing that
10-2...
Mm-hmm. Wait, did you say 10-2?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
First sequel to 10.
And it's not 11?
No.
Menacing.
11 is the MMO. That's shut down
right.
now because it's like dead or something.
13? Is it 13 or 15 that's the ongoing MMO?
It's 14.
14, my bad. I always mess that up. Let me plop this down here.
But 10-2 I finished in 20 hours. I could have finished it in like theoretically 12 if I didn't do any of the side quests, because it's like Majora's Mask in its structure, where
Really?
it's like 70% of the game or 80% of the game is side quests, and 20% of it's like the story. Yeah, it's really short.
I might have to look into that at some point.
I mean, it's included in 10.2 is included in that bundle I got you.
Oh, right, based. Yeah, that was very nice of you. I am excited to give that a shot. I haven't played any JRPGs in a hot while because I love them, but they're all tend to be longer games, and I just don't have time to finish them. But knowing that you said these are like 25, 35 hours. I mean, granted, I'm a kind of a side quest guy. I play a lot of those, but hopefully I can get through them relatively quick. Maybe I can get some gamer time in, see what it's like.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
All right, we got a better shield.
Just promise me you won't get addicted to Blitzball. Because that's a dumb mini game.
What the hell is Blitzball?
You'll find out when you play it.
I'll probably get addicted to it. I'm a very simple
probably
man.
not, because it kind of sucks.
Oh, base. Alright, this gives us regen and attack speed. I think that's going to be more valuable to us in the long run than the small evasion, and it's a little bit more health. And then I think we are going to go with Survivalist and start building regen. That actually sounds pretty good. Okay, this is epic. Let's take a look at our crap here. Vampirism. I don't really want to reduce our damage that much, though. I think I'll just keep what we got. So, tell me more about Blitzball.
It's this mini game that's kind of like soccer, but underwater. They make you play it like 2 times in the story, and then you don't have to play it ever again for the rest of the game, but if you want to get like the ultimate weapon for one of the characters, you have to play a lot of Blitzball.
Oh god, I'm gonna be playing a lot of Blitzball. Yeah, like Jack said, I can't imagine not doing side quests. I always do almost all of them. That's why you told me not to play Xenoblade, because you were like, if you do all the side quests, you'll never finish the game.
Yeah, there's like 300 plus side quests in the first game, and like 80% of them are not like, they don't have anything important attached to them.
Insanity.
It's just money and EXP.
I mean, it depends on the side quest being fun too, right? Like, for example, in Far Cry, not that the story of Far Cry 3 is bad or anything, but like I genuinely enjoy like hunting down the outposts more than I do like playing the story missions. That's one of my favorite things to do in Far Cry 3. But like, I mean, if the side quests are really bad, I would skip them if in Xenoblade. But yeah, 300, that would give me too much anxiety. Because I always feel like a compulsion to complete them.
The majority of the quests are just like typical MMO stuff, like kill X amount of monster B, or
go collect 10 frickin' Titan urine bottles.
Exactly.
Titans are the Xenoblade thing, right?
Yes, actually.
What was that meme Marshy was posting around for Smash when the new field was a Titan, right?
One, yeah.
Yeah, and he gets smashed. Put him in the what's it called?
Oh man. It was a Zerda, which, yeah, he was like crushed into a freaking battlefield stage, and he's like, please help me.
The hydraulic press Zerda. Oh, poor guy. Alright, let's see. Weapon here gives us... It's less damage, but it gives us more regen, which is tempting with Survivalist, but I don't think we want it. And this is more health and attack speed. Yeah, it's very busted, especially because we took Survivalist, so I kind of want to build around it now. Goblins might give us a little bit of trouble here, but let's see where this goes. Alright, perfect. So, now we're gonna... Bada bing, bada boom... Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. And then, oh, that's right. On this file, I don't have forests yet, so I'd have to use rocks. All right, well, we'll wait for some rocks then. A lot of spiders here. Did we use a potion? I think we did. Crap. This will give us some magic damage. That'll be helpful against the skeletons, I think, more than that vampirism. And some more damage to all would be nice. especially because we have goblins on the map right now. I could Oblivion the goblin camp, but I kind of want to save that in case I fuck myself over with the Lich Palace, or in case like another village pops up, so I can get rid of the bandit camp and not have to worry about losing my items.
It's you who's out, Gobby. Out of your mind.
I think the counter here is better than for losing the 2 defense. I'll take that. Quaker Buttnose says, in some games I ignore the main story and just do the side quests. Yeah, that's basically me with Far Cry 3, and I only progress the main story to get to more camps. I definitely feel that. Were you quoting Zelda CDI? What were you quoting?
Me?
Yeah, what were you quoting just now?
I was quoting Spider-Man 1.
Oh, I'm dumb. God, that was such a fun watch. I really want to watch 2 and 3. We gotta set that up sometime.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna be home this summer, actually, because I found out all my classes are online.
Yeah, I have my capstone over the summer, but I could probably make some days work. And it's weird, because ever since we watched Spider-Man 1, I feel like I keep seeing the memes pop up, especially like Goblin bonking Spider-Man on the head and just leaning against... So
yeah.
good.
The memes only get better with each movie.
I'm hyped. Okay,
like,
let's check out what we got here.
You're gonna get some dirt in your eye.
Looks like we got some more regen. This will give us more counter, but I don't want to lose magic damage. And what else?
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door.
Isn't that from 3?
Yeah.
Based.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Alright, we've got our double treasury set up. That's pretty good. I guess we just keep schmoovin'. This is slightly more damage, but I really prefer the attack speed and the regen, especially because we took Survivalist here. So that's going to stack really nicely the more we build up our regen. The Survivalist is kind of broken if you can get a regen build going. Hey, if you could stop evading my attacks, thanks, bud. Okay. Yeah. Spider-Man, that was a treat to watch. I'm so glad you suggested it, because that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Tempting. I think I'm gonna have to take this. Oh, it's a hard one. Yeah, there was a time I remember when Eli wanted to... Oh, hang on, sorry. I gotta interrupt myself for... Yeah, that's just objectively better. Where Eli and... was it... It was you too, right? Who was it? Maybe
yeah.
Tom? We were talking about, like, watching Kino.
Kino? I don't remember that.
Kino movies, like the old Japanese movies, like we watched OG Godzilla, we watched Rashomon. Maybe that was with Tom, actually. We should get you in on that. But we stopped because we just ran out of time. But that was a lot of fun. Yeah, Kino is just a weirdo internet term for, like, good film, apparently. At least I hope it is.
Oh.
I hope it's not, like, some secret, like, really bad term that I just said on stream. Never know. But that's what I've been told, is it's, like, a word for good movies.
Misaligning acronyms or slang is kind of bad. Big no-no. I did it one time with Stan. I thought it meant I stand by this person, but actually it's just stalker and fan. It's like,
wait, that's what it means? I thought it was like, oh yeah, I heart, like, I thought it was just like what you said, stand by this person or I'm a big fan of them.
Nope, it's just stalker fan.
The fact that Darnell doesn't understand the Holy Raimi trilogy makes me sad. That being said, Spider-Man 2 is the magnum opus of film and storytelling in general, so be prepared for that one. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Good Day, because I watched the trilogy as a kid. I just don't remember it well, so I was rewatching it with my friends. That's why I don't remember. It's weird to me. I've been running the podcast for over a year now, Jacob, and like I feel like every other episode I talk about how bad my memory is, but people are just like, oh, you don't know this thing, Darnell. It's like, no, I just don't remember because I'm stupid.
Wow.
Every time. I know, right? Hashtag oppressed. Where do I want to put... I want to put this right... Nowhere. I put this skeleton in the worst spot now that I think about it. Crap. Whatever, we'll just put it here. This? No, a current sword's better. But yeah, I'm really excited to rewatch the Oh wait, why didn't I put that rock over there? Curtis, dum-dum. I'm really excited to get through that. But yeah, I also want to watch those like older movies again, because that was a lot of fun, watching the Thinky films, and I wouldn't mind getting back to that. And, I don't know, we could have a good time. Alright, popping off now. Okay, let's see, let's get... I've really positioned my pieces badly here, so I can't set up another optimal village without destroying something with my Oblivion, which is super wasteful. So I guess what I'll do is put this here and do another 2 wheat fields. And then I'll get this here. I'll just save up a little bit. Let's see, we got more vampirism, magic damage, attack speed. None of that really appeals to me compared to our current build. What we do need to start doing, though, is putting things near our camp so less Lich Palaces will spawn. Because I think I chose Chapter 1 again, right, chat? Here... And then let's try to wait for another... I wanted to put a grove here, but maybe we can put another grove here to cover up more. And that'll probably be pretty good for us. I can't remember that you can't remember, says Good Day. All good, my friend. It's a twisted world we live in. And we'll get a spider cocoon going. Maybe... right here to help cover up more. Ooh, or here, there we go. And then I can save my hunger grove for over there. Perfect, perfect. These goblins might give me trouble because I'm attacking the non-quested one and now he's got a buff! Alright, come on. Oh, Survivalist is so good. No issues. Nice. Okay, okay. So this is going to give us more attack speed, more defense, and some damage to all. Definitely going to take that. And what I think I'm going to do here is put on the damage. No, the regen's too good. We'll leave that. Never mind. So how are you guys doing tonight, chat? Any questions for me and my pal Jacob? Anything in particular y'all want to hear us talk about? Regen up pretty good. Nice, nice. Getting our treasuries set up one after another. What would really help is if we get some more rocks and meadows going here, so I can move that along quicker. Doing another quick check. Yeah, Jack is still MIA. Apologies for that. He wanted to be on, but he kind of doesn't really have, like, I don't know how much he wants me to say about his life, but basically, he just kind of falls asleep sometimes, and then... I don't know, so I just kind of panicked, invited my friend here, but we're having a good time. It's all good. Some more damage to all. That'll scale really well. How's life, asks Good Day. No comment. What about you, Jacob?
It's alright. Just trying to finish this editing.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Is there anything in particular you are looking forward to?
Being done with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, same. But what about, like, you know, new Pokemon game or Monster Hunter comes out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it does come out tomorrow.
I'm very excited about that.
I know you're very hyped about it. I don't know. Gen 8 kind of killed my enthusiasm for Pokemon a little.
I gotta admit, same here. And I wasn't even, like, anti-Gen 8. Like, I wasn't that uptight about it, but it's just, like, I think I might just be getting too old for it. And that's not to say you can't be an older adult and like Pokemon, but, like, it just doesn't interest me the same way anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Especially because I really...
admit,
Yeah?
I will admit, I think Legends Arceus is a pretty interesting take for
Mm-hmm.
Game Freak.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and if it's good, I might actually try it.
That's what
But
I'm planning to do. I'm gonna pick that up as like a Hail Mary for Pokemon.
yeah, I'm not gonna get Pokemon Snap or the Diamond and Pearl remix though.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be the first to admit I'll probably get a Diamond Pearl remake for nostalgia, but my main issue with Pokemon is a lot of people complain about it being easier. I don't care that it's easier for people. Great that it's more accessible, but I wish those options were toggable because I really like Nuzlocks, and like it's really hard to do a Nuzlocke in Gen 8 because of like, you know, shared XP, how everything works. It just kind of ends up feeling meh.
Yeah, that's one thing I absolutely did not like about or appreciate about Gen 8 was that they took away options that
Yeah.
were there in the previous generations. Like you could turn the EXP share off in Gen 6 and 7.
Exactly, and that would be what I used to do, but now it was just like, oh no, your Pokemon all level up together, fuck you, I guess. Which also made it hard for me to like exactly even out their levels, which is like a weird thing I'm super specific about. It drives me
Yeah,
nuts
me
in an
too.
RPG when my characters aren't all the same level or very close at least.
Oh, that yeah, I hate that too.
That keeps
Like if I'm playing
happening.
Final Fantasy 1,
Yeah.
everyone levels up at the same time unless they die, and then they get
Yes.
off.
Oh my god, that's exactly what keeps happening to us in our Mori playthrough. Is like one person will die during a big fight, and then like they don't have the XP and they're behind forever. It drives me nuts. Number one
Yeah.
pet peeve. How much do I value that 8% attack speed compared to the extra 5 defense? I think I'll leave it for now, but I'll keep this one up here. Good Day asks, I like how in Pokemon, or says, I like how in Pokemon Legends Wild, Pokemon can now beat you to death. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Well, there's that GIF on Twitter of Tyro chasing the player in Gen 8.
Wait, what? I haven't seen that. Send that to me sometime soon.
I don't know if I can find it, but it was a tweet by someone saying, I didn't know that the wild area was going to be scary, and it was just like like a 5-second video of them running, of like watching a Tyro run at them, and then they just run away in response.
That's awesome. Oh, I love it. Alright, let's see here. We've got... This will give us more regen. We're going to lose our damage to all here, but we're going to get a little bit of magic damage. We're going to keep our attack speed, and we're going to get a little more regen. And as much as it hurts to lose that damage to all, honestly, the more regen, the better with Survivalist. We just got to keep piling that on. That's tempting, but I can't lose the regen. Yeah, that sounds funny as hell. I got to look that up later. Oh, and... it's 1.8 more regen, but I lose the attack speed, the magic damage, and the defense. Why would they make me make that decision? I can't take it, but I really want to. Oh, I want to so bad. Oh, man. Alright. Some evasion armor. Yeah, I can't remember. Can someone remind me if they were here at the very beginning of the stream? Did I put this on Chapter 2 or Chapter 1? I completely forgot. I feel like if it was Chapter 1, we would have hit the boss by now, so maybe this is Chapter 2. We only lose a little regen for a lot more damage. I think we're going to take this. Leave that there. Gotta keep an eye on the gear just to make sure everything's going steady. Okay. Put the rock over here. Oblivion that. Actually, no, I don't need to. It's fine. Put a spider cocoon. Frick, I don't know. I guess over here. And oh, moving. If we can get one more meta, that'd be stellar. Surprised we're so low HP, but yet we haven't had any trouble with like not dying yet. Let's plop this down over here. Wasn't really paying attention. Whoops, says Good Day. Paying attention to what, my friend? I have no clue what you're referring to.
The beginning of the stream.
Oh, duh, yeah. Sorry, I am not all here. Okay, all of these are terrible for what we want to do, which sucks. Actually, the Oblivion one could heal us, but I don't know if that moves this bar back, because that'd be super counterproductive. These all suck. Ugh. Do I have a little bit of evasion. I guess I'll take Somersault. That was not a good perk pool. Okay, we have an 8 sword. That's a lot more damage, but I think we have to forego that for the benefits on our current weapon. Pop down another rock. Come on, one more meadow, baby. One more meadow. Okay, that's a grove, not a meadow. And that's a mountain. We can pop a grove down here. Is anyone ever really all here? Yeah, that's a good point, my friend. Stick this right here. It doesn't hit as many tiles. That goblin thing I can tell is gonna be... Oh, it is the Lich, I think. We might be in trouble. I'm not sure if our build is capable of taking him. He didn't build any palaces, though. So that's going to be good for us here. And then probably after this, hopefully we can build the crypt or the... Oh, no, I wasted a potion. Just don't waste another one, hero. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see. This goblin... Okay, good. We're hitting the quest HP one first. Extremely based. Gives us 2 little regen compared to our last armor. It's gonna be tight. I don't know if we'll manage to beat him or not, but we'll see. We can finish off our treasury here. Let's see what we get. Those don't really help with what we got going on. Put down another one of those. Bada bing, bada boom. We're schmoovin' now. We've got solid sustain. I think we can beat the boss, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. One can only... Ooh! Heavy Pog. Okay, attack speed, damage to all, magic damage, and a bunch more regen. Yes! We lost our only evasion, though, so that means... No, our last trait's completely useless now, but whatever, worth it. Don't really need that. Oh, this is gonna be... Whew. Thank you, damage for all. Oh, that survivalist is doing work. Alright, we can... Mountain... Rock... Pop down a meadow, and should be good to go here. How is it possible? Oh, Jack's finally around. Okay, well, Jacob, thank you for temporarily taking his place and hanging out with us today, buddy. I sincerely appreciate it.
Excellent. I need to get dinner anyway.
Yeah, take care of yourself, man. Bye, Jacob.
Bye.
You rat bastard. Wait, is your mic working, Jack? Hello? I can't even get the screen share open to you right now, so I don't know what this connection's like.
I thought I was losing my mind for a moment because I was watching you on the stream and then I heard you talking separately and I was like, this doesn't sound right. And then I remembered that...
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck were you?
one of my dogs got out through the side door.
Oh, you know what? That's totally a fair reason to be late. I thought you just fell asleep again. I was like, the rage that boiled inside me for a moment.
What's your?
What'd you say?
They didn't really go anywhere. It's just like, I searched around and then I eventually found them just like sitting at the side door waiting to go back inside.
Mm-hmm. So, all is well?
Yeah, we're good.
Alright, I'm glad your dogs are alright. Shut up. We've got a score to settle. That's not to you. I'm reading the fucking boss text. Really weird time to zoom back in. I don't know if we're gonna beat this guy, actually. Because we didn't get a potion refill. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose. Unless we have a resurrection. I can't remember. Yeah, no. Well, that was a waste. I should have just ran when we were near the camp. I didn't think he would do that much damage, though. Now we're not gonna have enough to do the upgrade. This game, man, is gonna drive me nuts. Alright, let's, don't think we can build it. Of course not. Oh, we need the new class. Okay, so let's do a chapter 2 run, but let's not aim to win here. Let's just try and farm some resources up. And we'll see where we go from there. So, Jack, otherwise, outside the dog troubles, how have you been?
Is it weird that I genuinely don't have an answer for that?
I don't know, kinda. I mean, have you done anything of note?
Not really.
You've breathed, though, right?
Yeah, I am breathing, so I guess that's something.
Here you go. I don't know, man. It's all blending together. I have been mucho busy, so I cannot relate to your predicament at all. I've just been doing shit non-stop. And, hold on, my brain's farting. I've been, no, I totally lost my train of thought, sorry. I'm the smallest brain of them all.
Hey Jack, how you've been? Oh, is it weird that I don't have an answer? Yeah, it's pretty weird. So I've been,
Well, no, I've been busy and, like, doing work and writing and shit, but I just, like, I had a thought I was in the middle of saying and I forgot what it was, like, mid-talking.
I understand, but it's really funny.
It is very funny. Humorous, as one might even call it. It is good to finally have you back. The thumbnail is no longer a lie. I was, like, worried I was gonna have to change it and shit and figure everything out. So is the video showing up for you alright on the Discord stream?
Yes, and I have audio this time.
Based and audio pilled. Alright, so... you were actually... That's right, something of note. You were talking about a new... Well, it's not new. I know it's been around for fucking ages, but you've been talking about Mage the Ascension recently, which is a name I've heard thrown around, but the way you described it to me made it, like, actually sound palatable. So, what got you into that?
It's part of the World of Darkness.
Mm-hmm. Like, I know you've been doing that recently.
Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. It started with me joining, like, this like Vampire the Masquerade game that was like in the colonial period.
Interesting.
And I noticed that like the guys there are also running like Changeling the Dreaming and Mage the Ascension in the same setting.
Changeling the Dreaming is a name I've only heard one other time before you said it just now, and I still don't know anything about it.
Basically, you play as Actually, I don't know what it's about.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's one of those games that, like, it sounds real, but no one knows what the fuck it is. I'll look it up later.
Yeah, so yeah, if on the offhand chance that any of the mods of that server stumble across this video, they know I've not been reading the rule book.
Yeah, because that was something you kept mentioning. You're like, oh, this is so great. It's a great system, but the book is so long. I was like,
oh no, I've been reading the Mage the Ascension book. And
just Changeling the Dreaming?
Yeah, I've not gotten around to Changeling the Dreaming. I'm
always really slow when it comes to reading new TTRPG books, because, like, I really like to know all the rules and how things work going into a TTRPG, and I don't have a lot of time to do that recently, so I've been, like, slacking. Brandon Hamilton, you're here! Oh my gosh, I was wondering where you are. Welcome. Howdy, howdy.
Well, I only really brought up the length of the Mage the Ascension book because it's front to back at 700 pages.
Yeah, that's a little too much, but how much of that is, like, DM stuff? Like, outside rules, like, just like, here's all the monsters, because it could just be like, here's all the monsters, here's all the locations, etc.
About half of it.
Fair. Yeah, because 350 is about normal for a player handbook / rule book, so it makes sense. It's probably, like, wrapped into its monster manual.
Something like that. It just uses, really the big thing with it is that it uses a lot of words to describe really simple shit, but it still seems pretty cool.
It's funny because Tolkien's one of my favorite authors, and I love the Lord of the Rings books, even though they're very descriptive, but usually, like, outside those books, I hate when people use way too big of words or use way too much time to describe, like, simple environment shit. Like, I know it's interesting to some people because it helps them, like, visualize more, but I just think it's so wasteful. I'm the every sentence a mission kind of guy. Like, just get it moving. That's why there was an SCP we read that's gonna come up soon. I don't want to say too much about it because it's not out yet, but it was an older one, and it spends so much time talking about shit that, like, doesn't matter, and I was not a fan of it, and I was like, people are not gonna like this episode. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're almost at the village, and I can plop down that mansion. I think take the vampirism.
So is this like medieval NASCAR, just going around and around circles?
Yeah, it's an idle game that I'm losing because the game won't give me a new weapon on loop 3. Basically, everything happens automatically. All you do is place things in the world around you and switch out your loot. The idea is a lich has eaten the world, all of time, all of memories, all of everything. All that's left is a shitty little loop. And you like rebuild the world around you as you go, and you're trying to save it by finding whoever's responsible for this and stopping them. Brandon Hamilton says, I can understand your thought process about that, but sometimes I really like when authors go off about dumb stuff. Stephen King is one of those kinds of people, LMAO. Yeah, and I've read some of Stephen King's work, and I've liked what I've read, but because that's the thing, right? And I mentioned that with Tolkien. Some authors can pull it off, but at large, I really don't like wasting space to describe things, and in particular, and it's not to assume, oh, if you publish a book, or if you don't publish a book, you're not as good as authors that do publish books, but in general, like, book publishing authors tend to have a little bit more experience and writing skill than, like, your average internet writer, so they can pull it off a bit better than, like, you know, people who, I really hate saying this because I'm not trying to insult wiki writers, there's a lot of really great writers, but you know what I mean, like, compared to amateur writing, they can make it interesting. But whereas, like, fan fiction, not just SCP, just in general, like, internet fan writing, is not, they don't really know how to pull that off, and it just ends up feeling like a lot of filler to make their word count bigger, so they can be like, hey, I wrote a 1.5k draft, or whatever, and it's like, yeah, but your story fucking doesn't mean anything, it's just words. People care way too much about word count, in my opinion, compared to actual, like, quality and structure of their piece. We need a lot less focus on word count.
I am so glad I did not post the link to this video in one of the servers I'm in.
Because forum role players, all they care about is word count.
Yeah, but yeah, there is someone in, or two people really, in server I'm in that have the most fucking boring writing I've ever seen because there's like no soul put into it. It's all length and it's all they fucking talk about.
Exactly, and then they're like, I just finished a 2K post on the forums. It's like, yeah, fucking 1.8K of that is garbage. It's hot dog water posting.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, because I've been on a lot of forum roleplays, and they're all like that. They're all so snobby about word count. It's like, yeah, but your post fucking sucks. How about you write, like, not an idiot?
The thing is, my favorite person to roleplay with in, like, that server posts, like, so little, and technically it's not amazing, but they're clearly putting a lot of heart into it, and that's...
And they're probably giving you shit to interact with, right? Because that's what roleplay writing's all about. Like, in comparison to writing a book, it's about interacting with the other person. No one wants to read, like, 100, 200 words of you describing your character's dress. You know what I mean? Like, people want to interact with you. They want to do things in the roleplay. They don't want to fucking hear about all the little details in the background. That's another key difference, I think, that lets books pull it off a little easier. Because in a book, they're constructing a world, but in a roleplay, it's about interaction. It's about give and take, cooperation, and, like, achieving things. It's not, you shouldn't write it the exact same way as a book. That's why when I say I write roleplay stuff, because it's definitely different than, like, poetry or writing, like, for a novel.
Man. I used to write poetry back in high school, and to be honest, I still think it was pretty good.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if I would still think my stuff's good, but I like to write a lot of poetry as well. It's just fun, you know?
I wrote like this, this one poem in particular I really like. Basically was just me complaining that I couldn't focus on my homework.
Oh, right.
And like it ends with and with a few clicks I log into my Netflix.
Nice. Honestly, what I've learned is, like, poetry, I know this is about to sound stupid, but big brain moment of the thing, poetry is subjective. And what I mean by that is what people find poetry good is totally subjective. You can read some brilliant prose by, like, some old poet that's like, oh, beautifully written, has a deep message, and I've read, like, so many modern poems in my English classes that are, like, just people describing, like, shit their mom used to cook for dinner in a nostalgic tone. I'm like, this is a poem? This is a short essay? Like, all you're doing is just telling a story about your life. There's not even a message here. But, like, poetry can really be, honestly, whatever the fuck you want it to be. And that's kind of what's fun about it, in a way. But it also means some poetry is a lot more of a slog to read through than others. Brandon Hamilton...
But I am going to say that if you don't like William Blake's poetry, I don't want to know you.
I don't know that name off the top of my head. I'll have you link him to me later. I might have read his stuff.
Have you ever seen V from Devil May Cry?
No, hang on. Let me read some fan stuff real quick. Brandon Hamilton says, LMAO SCP-682 experiment logs. True. How often do authors use roleplays for writing inspiration? Pretty broad question, I know, lol. I don't know. I get a lot of inspiration from, like, at least situations role-playing or, like, little ideas. But I try to get inspiration from everything as a writer, personally. Brandon Hamilton says, dude, the fucking nostalgic description of mom's food is the worst. I've read, like, 5 different essays about that in the past 2 weeks from my multicultural, whatever class. Yeah, because I'm doing a multicultural class, and it's, like, about a lot of it's focused on, like, you know, the perspectives of people of different ethnicities and religions. And it's such a bizarre class, because some things are really powerful. Like, there are some genuinely really interesting, like, stories about, like, parents in World War II, or, like, situations in... Hello? Can you hear me?
Hi.
I was talking about my multicultural class, and it's bizarre because, like, some works are really beautiful, like what it was like to be a Muslim after 9/11, or, like, coming over from Japan in World War II. But there's also just as many, if not more, essays I've had to read that's like, my mom used to make this for dinner, and then it spends, like, 3 pages describing what they made for dinner. And it's like, how is this an essay? It's just boring.
For some reason, the call cut off, as did the stream.
No problem. Let me get the stream reset up for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just very bizarre to me, and it seems Hamilton relates to that. But yeah, that was just something I've noticed in my multicultural class. Like, so many works are just, like, people describing what mom made for dinner. without really any meaning behind it, or they'll like ham-fist a meaning at the last minute about something, and it's just like, why didn't you just get that point across from the beginning?
Weird.
Yeah, it's so bizarre, and it's so specific too. There was literally last week I had to read 4 different pieces that were just people of different ethnicities, each describing like a time their mom made dinner. It's like, why is this a theme? I did not understand it. But then again, maybe I'm just like ignorant about like the cultural importance of food in other places, which is fair enough. But still, it was like, I didn't understand how that counted as like essay. So that's what I mean by like poetry and like short essays really are so subjective, because anything can be considered a professional work, and it doesn't really seem like there's a consistent standard to it, you know?
Yeah, there's probably something to be said for the fact that your mother's cooking is pretty much universally reminiscent of home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which in of itself is inherently meaningful.
That's true too. I just wish I didn't have to read that same story like 8 different times with like just a different food being made. That probably partially ruins it for me, is because the class makes me read so much of it. But otherwise, it's been an interesting class. I took it just because I needed a humanity, because it's like the worst part is, okay, so I had a moment that really pissed me off, Jack. So do you know OneDrive, like that site you use that's basically got the Microsoft tools?
Yeah?
So my English class is like a 108 class. It's like so easy, and you know me, I'm a good writer. I've been nailing writing forever. But last week...
your own horn there, eh?
Yeah, I feel like I can be a little cocky. I'm a decent writer. But last week, we had to write a short piece. It was like 500 words or something. It wasn't really that bad. And I sent it in, and the teacher took points off because I didn't indent my paragraphs. And I was like, yes, I did. What? And then I checked, and when I downloaded it from OneDrive, it had unindented my paragraphs. So I emailed the teacher. I go, I'm sincerely sorry about that. I'll check in the future. Just so you know, I actually know a bit about writing, and I didn't indent. It was just that OneDrive undid that. I'm sorry. And then they said, just so you know, it's standard writing practice to indent your paragraphs, because I don't think they understood what I was saying. And it was so cringe, because it's like, that's the most obvious writing 101 thing. And I'm like, in my last year of college, I've been writing forever, and they were treating me like I'm an idiot that doesn't know that you have to indent your fucking paragraphs in an MLA paper. And I didn't want to argue it any further, because if I kept going, she already didn't understand what I was saying, right? And I didn't want to sound like a snob about it, because it's not that big of a deal, but I was just like, oh my god, she thinks I'm a complete idiot. It really upset me.
To be honest, that sounds about right for an English professor.
Yeah, it's like, ugh, whatever. It wasn't worth fighting over. But that was so cringe to me, because my paper was perfect, and I lost not 4, it was like 2 or 3 points for the indents that I did do, that OneDrive just undid. Oh, it makes me so angry. Yeah, rant over.
There's this one dude in a server I'm in that that's only really semi-related, but he's gone on like fucking lectures about the English language in the server.
I hate people like that.
No. It's incredibly interesting.
Oh.
He makes this stuff sound so sick. I've learned things that I don't remember, but it's great.
That's neat then. I thought he was just being one of those people like, just so you know. Yeah,
no. I love this guy. So
cool. Glad to hear it. Alright, where did that goblin... Let's keep that goblin thing around right now. I think we can handle a loop of it. Good Day says, the chili dogs the mom made actually represents the struggles of the lower class in a capitalist society. Oh, now I get it. Duh. That makes so much more sense.
The chili is the blood of the rich.
Ah, now it makes sense. I hate to lose the sustain, but I think we need this damage from the polearm. And then Brandon Hamilton says, LMAO Sonic liking chili dogs is representative of his grip on the common people under the iron fist of capitalism. Is there anywhere we can read your stuff, Darnell? There's not, because most of my stuff is roleplay, and the professional writing I do for like my classes and my portfolio all has my... I mean, you guys know my name, but it has like my phone number and personal like shit on it that I don't want to just share. But I was talking about how I did like a marketing paper in my marketing class, like my marketing 400 or whatever, for my professor who knows nothing about anime, about my fucking Otome dating sim game I want to make. It was like 10 or 11 pages, hard research, and I got almost a perfect score on it. I got like a 195 out of 200. Like, I know my fucking shit with writing, so that's why it was so cringe that, like, on this easiest essay of all time, I lost points for that. And then the teacher was like, oh, just so you know, you have to indent stuff. Like, I was too dumb to know it. Oh, that pissed me off. That's my number one pet peeve, honestly, and why I hate, like, guys who think they're so smart on the internet, is I hate when people just, like, assume that I, or anyone for that matter, not even me, are dumb and that they're just smarter. Oh, it's my number one pet peeve. I don't know, Wattpad when. No. I've thought about writing an SCP, but I don't know.
I genuinely assume that everyone that acts like they're smart is a complete idiot. Because
exactly.
All of the smartest people I know have been walking shitposts.
Yeah. The thing is, if you're really a smart person, you don't feel the need to tell everyone every 2 seconds or talk about shit no one cares about, like theoretical quantum physics, because no one fucking cares. What'd you say? You cut out there?
The dude I was talking about that's really good with linguistics. Like he has the most carefree attitude about everything, and I kind of love it. And he got me thinking, like, yeah, why does the average person let, like, academics define what a word in a language is? That kind of thing.
So I've noticed something. This is a crazy theory I've had recently. So remember that conversation you showed me about that weird guy who was trying to justify cannibalism?
Yeah.
So I was examining that conversation combined with another conversation of someone trying to, like, justify, like, bestiality or something insane. And I realized that people with the creepiest habits and thought processes try to be overly legal about justifying things. Like, they don't care about the humanity or the morality of it. They just care about the like, specific legal definitions. And I think that applies to, like, people who want to act so smart, too. Is they care about the very literals instead of, like, the practicalities. Because any real, English writer or speaker will tell you, like, English is how people use it. That's how it evolves. And it's only, like, the people that either need to prove they're smart or are really weird that get all legalistic about it. You know what I mean?
Thank God I've only posted this stream in one server.
I'm calling everybody out. I don't care, man. How much defense do we have? Like, none? None defense? No, 25. Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not, like, making you upset with what I'm saying, Jack, but I don't know.
No, I agree with everything you've said.
Yeah, it's just, like, those people are always the creepiest. They have, like, the absolute desire, and they use, like, the legal basis because they know their shit's morally fucked. So they're just like, well...
Just so you know, though, we call those people libertarians. Just so that you don't have, just so you don't have to keep calling them the people that do this.
Well, aside from not wanting to get political, you know... I'm sure, actually, maybe I shouldn't make statements because I know there are a lot of creepy libertarians out there. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. I guess you're right. I don't know. Just trying not to step on the toes of politics too much, but you do make a point.
Typically, I would agree, but these are the people that talk about the seatbelt, so...
Yeah. Because here, I guess why I'm wary is because I'm often... about, like, not taking away rights, but then people say that's libertarian. I'm like, I don't know, libertarians say some weirdo shit. I just think people should have the rights that they have.
Okay, the people that tell you that are just idiots. That's not at all what libertarianism is.
Yeah, like, I don't want to go any further than that.
Libertarians view libertarianism, but that's not what it is.
Yeah, because I wouldn't call myself a libertarian, but I do believe, like, that much. And I don't want to get specific about what I'm referring to because, again, I don't want to get overly political. So I guess that's why I was being careful. But yeah, most people that, like, say they're libertarians do kind of creep me out a little bit.
Libertarians want to lower the age of consent, so
yeah, those people are weird. People are creepy. Brandon Hamilton says, I suppose I'm quite the prodigy then. Smokes pipe. Good Day says you are an exception. We still don't have enough to build a refuge or a crypt. I'm losing my mind. This is driving me insane, bros.
Honestly, on the topic of smart people being walking shit posts. I honestly kind of love that this is the thing because it's like an easy way to tell if someone is like blowing smoke or if they're genuinely smart, because they will go from writing this really interesting shit to I just got my hand stuck in a sewer grate, help.
Yeah. It's so funny. Also, like, I've noticed a lot of people, it's usually, I think, a lot of younger people try to, like, prove they're smart, I think because they want to fit in with the quote-unquote mature adults or whatever, but it's, like, a lot of, like, people in, like, early college, late high school just, like, really want to prove how freaking smart they are, and they need to shove their opinions, and they're like, oh my gosh, my relative or friend did this, they're so stupid, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, thank God I realized this like a few months after we met, but my philosophy is that you can only really be smart when you realize how stupid you are.
Yeah, they do be that way, huh?
Yeah. Like...
You need a certain level of self-awareness.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really consider myself smart, but I acknowledge why people think I do. Mm-hmm. Or think I am, but like once I threw my phone in the trash.
Yeah, we all have those moments. I always bring my phone like in the little hot tub we have, and I'm like, I'm never gonna drop my phone, and then I drop my phone, and I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. Or, like, often I'll say a thing and then immediately forget it. Like, I'll be like, okay, I have to do this I have to do X to do Y, and then I'm like, what do I have to do to get Y?
I hear you. I was like thinking to myself, oh, that sounds familiar. Then I realized that's literally how I get through like half of my classes, because I'm pretty sure my like learning process is not book related. It is fucking instinctual.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you how I get to the answer. I just kind of do, and I'm pretty sure I understand it. I just can't verbalize it for shit.
That's solely how it was for me with math. I was always really good at math in school, but whenever a friend would be like, "Can you help me?" I would like struggle to explain it. I was like, "It's just and I couldn't verbalize it. Like I could help someone with like writing, but math I just can't.
Math in particular, I know for a fact is an ADHD thing.
Absolutely.
Apparently it's common that like people with ADHD have like the weirdest fucking ways of getting from 1 to 2.
It do be that way. Brandon Hamilton says, it sounds like you guys have some specific stories you'd like to tell about people on the internet, LMAO. Not in particular. I mean, I like making fun of like the whole cannibalism thing with Jack's thing, but like this isn't like inspired out of any bitterness towards a particular person. It's just experiences when you've been around the internet since you were a kid, and you just kind of get a feel for people. Especially ever since social media has blown up, I feel like people have gotten infinitely more annoying. Because, like, everyone thinks their opinions matter, and people, like, back in the day, like, in early YouTube, going viral was getting, like, 100,000 views. Now a tweet will get, like, a million views, or a video will get, like, millions or billions of views in, like, a matter of days or weeks. It's insane. And, like, so many voices just all the time. It's too much. And you start to notice more about people.
If you told me that like a few months ago, I would have been like, yeah, no, I'm lucky enough to meet a good number of sane people, but...
Well, no one who spends most of their time online is sane, myself included.
Recently, I've been meeting a bunch of lunatics, I'm gonna say bluntly. Like, the cannibal... cannibal bitch we talked about.
Yep.
And it's been getting more and more severe, and frankly, it's probably because I'm joining so many public servers.
Yeah. The bigger the servers, because Discord, I'll tell you, Discord, especially role players and gamers, of which I am both, have a lot of weird fetishes, and they have a lot of weird perceptions of reality because they spend too much time online, so they kind of have forgotten how the real world works. Always, that's where you're going to meet the weirdest people in big Discord servers.
Yeah, but I've met a bunch of cool people, so it's overall worth it, I'd say.
I've met this Jack guy on a roleplay server. He's pretty neat.
No, he sounds like shit. Anyways.
That guy sounds fucking stupid. You're an idiot for liking him. I met Tanhoney on a roleplay server. Oh, remember how shy Tanhoney used to be?
Oh my god, yeah. What used to be?
Yeah, he's still pretty shy. Like, not with me anymore, but, like, he's still pretty shy with a lot of people. Like, he talks such a big game on the podcast, and then they'll be like, all right, invite Cactus, and then he can't do it for 4 weeks, and then I have to do it. All the time. Man, speaking of, we gotta get another tabletop going when we all have time again. I miss Platinum Standard.
Yeah.
You mentioned Starbucks the other day.
I still think it would be really funny to get into a Mage the Ascension game and just make JoJo characters, because it's 100% a thing you can do.
That would be Pog. I would give it a shot, probably. Take,
like, the time sphere and do, like, the world.
Zawarda. We need some rocks. What?
But anyways, I got sidetracked. Now I have so many stories about fucking insane people that I could just list off. It's actually driving one of my closest friends completely insane, because I keep sharing these stories and he's like, Griffin, please. So how do you keep me? This doesn't make sense, Griffin. I'm losing my mind. He has actually begged me to stop doing this.
Yeah, that's how it used to be when my friends would, like, send me shit of, like, drama on their servers. I was like, just say this, and they'd be like, oh, but I don't want to cause trouble. I'm like, then stop telling me about it. I can't handle it.
I have long since stopped caring about, like, causing trouble. Like, at this point, none of these servers are going to change or get any better if no one does anything, so...
Well, honestly, yeah?
Frankly, I don't really care if I get banned.
That's honestly one of the reasons, like, I love you so much, because, like, usually I tell people, just say this, and they're like, oh, I don't want to, but the other days, I don't remember what the context was, because I forgot, but, like, someone was, like, being all annoying and chuny, remember? And I was like, call it, just say, okay, Dark Flame Master, and send this gif, and you fucking did it! It was so funny!
I never heard back from that person.
Yeah, probably because you deleted their existence. They probably, like, I can never post on this server again. Okay, Dark Flame Master. God. We have counters, so let's take Buckler.
I am... I think this is, like, how I've coped with, like, the anxiety you get from ADHD. I've just been, like, unapologetically forceful about everything.
Fair enough. Yeah, and you know what? To an extent, there's something admirable about that, as long as you kind of use it in the right contexts, yeah?
I hope I've been using it in the right context, but
like,
if I'm being completely honest, I can't always be sure about that, because humans are flawed creatures.
Exactly. Fallen and finite, baby. But, yeah. Like, as long as you're not, like, going off on your friends and relatives for, like, random shit, I think it can be a pretty admirable quality when used properly. Because I honestly, and granted, in general, if you can, you shouldn't be blunt and mean just for the sake of it. But if I had to choose, I'd much rather have a blunt person that tells me what they think about something than someone who, like, just keeps quiet, pretends it's all okay, and then explodes on me, like, 2 months later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that all too well. I like, in my friend circle, I'm a little infamous for how bluntly I treat every matter. Like, if someone is being stupid, or if I have a problem with how someone's doing something, I say it, just like, without sugarcoating it even a little.
Mm-hmm. And there's something respectable to that. Like, if you can, you should avoid being rude about something, but I much prefer the bluntness to the not saying anything ever. Infinitely more.
Yeah, I used to be like, really gentle about how I handled it, but then I realized that if you're gentle, people might not think of it as a big idea because it was a thing that kept happening. So
Yeah.
I just started being like, hey, this is a fucking serious issue. Maybe you should take it seriously, jackass.
Yeah. I'll often get that way with people. Like, I'll be gentle. I'll like say exactly what I'm thinking, and I try to word it as tactfully as possible. And some people still think it's rude, but a lot of people, I think I've gotten better at handling it. Oh god, this magic damage is so good, but if we get rid of the counter, we basically have a useless trait. So let's just keep that writing for now and see what we got going on here.
Honestly, my friends honestly appreciate that quality nowadays because, like, there's so many fucking fake people, and then you have me who, like, when I give you praise, it is genuinely something you deserve.
Indeed. Hamilton says, currently working under a car and I'm struggling to remember left from right when taking off a bolt. Fuck. I do that all the time. People always say lefty... righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and I know my rights and my lefts, and it still always fucks up, because I confuse what they're saying. Because the thing is, you move the wrench right to make the bolt twist left, and that's what confuses me, or the other way around, and it always fucks me up.
One of my favorite bits in Justice League is, like, when Green Lantern and Hawk Girl are arguing about turning, like, this little thing they've like screwing in this thing they've built into the watchtower, and he's and Green Lantern's like, Hawk Girl's like, I told you to turn it clockwise, and Lantern's like, yeah, that's what I did. Hawk Girl says, no, you clearly didn't. Then Lantern says, wait, didn't you tell me that the clocks in your planet go backwards?
That's pretty good. Are you saying Hawk Girl, by the way, like the animal hawk?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That makes way more sense. I thought you were saying Hot Girl, and I was like, that's a weird superhero name.
That's probably one of Marvel's new teen superheroes.
Oh, fucking Marvel. Oh my god, this counter is getting so good with this trait. This is, like, actually viable.
If you're, like, out there and you know the kind of...
Look at those counters, proc.
The kind of teen superheroes I'm talking about, and you're upset about that comment, I don't care.
I don't even know the exact specifics, but just Marvel keeps releasing, like, really awkward shit that I just don't know how to feel about. Like, remember when they released a hero called, like, Snowflake or something? And it was like, I get what they were trying to do, like the whole take it the word back or whatever, but it just came off as, like, so unaware and, like, awful. It was just like,
I felt genuinely offended by that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is not the way. I get what theme you're going for, but it just sounds, not only does it sound cringe, but it just sounds like you're making fun, and it also is just distasteful.
Marvel is so bad at writing kids.
Yeah. Brandon Hamilton says, click Cotton 4K. Good Day says, well, I mean, have you seen Hawk Girl? Wait, is Hawk Girl the one in that clip you sent, Jack? Or maybe it was Eli that sent that clip. No, I think I saw it on Twitter. There was a clip, and it was like, cartoons are missing stuff like this. And it was like a character dying, and there was like a girl in like a yellow and black suit with wings, like holding this like Frankenstein-looking dude as he like passed away. And he was asking about if there was an afterlife and stuff.
Yes.
And even though she didn't believe... Yeah, and even though she didn't believe in it, she like went with him because, you know, he's dying. And oh man, that hit different.
dude, that entire story arc was about faith and how people use it to cope with how fucked the world is.
Yup. But the only part was the moment was slightly ruined because I don't even think the poster meant to, but I think they got the clip off YouTube, and there was a part where they're like at his grave and a Superman was edited to have on like the drip outfit for some reason. And that really got me off guard. But otherwise, like, that scene was, like, so impactful. I was like, fuck.
To be honest, that sounds like something I would do for the shits and giggles. for the people on stream, I sent today. I sent Darnell out of nowhere. Darnell, I need help. This and I imagine Darnell was probably a little scared by the initial.
I panicked.
By the initial. Oh no. That was the point. And then I was like, "There's this guy outside my house." And I think at this point Darnell's starting to catch on. It's like, is this real or a meme? And then I post I post this shit post I made with like the Joker doing the dance outside of Rockin' Jima from Human Echo.
Oh, fuck you for that. That was really funny. That got me.
I did it because I knew you'd appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, this is gonna give us more counter. This is gonna be pretty pog. Oh, this gives us even more counter, but it's a lot less health. Let's not take that. Yeah, that was good. Okay, right now with our counter trait, we're actually doing a lot of work sustain-wise. I'm liking this build. Let's keep working on that counter. What do we got here? Do we have any evasion? We have a little bit, so I guess we'll take that. This allows us to build evasion as well as counter. So this gives us more options with our initial trait. We'll have a little bit of synergy here. Grove right there. Yeah. Yeah, you are a very funny guy. I appreciate that.
Speaking of funny, I just remembered a few of those weird internet stories. But one of my favorites is like this one person comparing like gay rights to how furries are treated on the internet. And
are we getting into political territory here?
No. It's like, wow, this is really weird. I should send this to my friend who is a gay furry. And so I send this conversation to him, and I'm like, hey, how do you feel about furry rights? Do you feel like oppressed by the institution? And apparently this is something within the community that pisses him off so much, because he was like, Jack, please shut up. Holy shit.
Well, I think what's happening here is they're mistaking rights with like view, right? Like what they're asking for is they want people to respect them, but there's not like any legal right that's like you can't be a furry unless you're talking about literal bestiality, which no one should be okay with, and I don't think most furries are. Like there's no law that's like a furry can't enter a store or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure what they're referring to.
And I get that, but the moral of the story is that at the end of this, he appended it with, I've met so many furries that are like, I can't handle it anymore. I need to come out to my family as a furry. And to which I respond, die.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, like, you know, your sexuality is, like, a big part of who you are as a person, so that's something you want to share with your family, but, like, furry is your fetish, yeah? You don't need to fucking tell your parents that you're a furry, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, no one has to be like, Mom, no one's like, Mom and Dad, I have to tell you I love BDSM. Like, they don't need to hear that!
And there is something to be said for, like, furry culture or whatever, because furry is also a very big aesthetic, but like at the end of the day, nothing against the furries out there, like I just said.
Let's watch what we say here, actually, but just to be safe. I hate to do this, but you know, because we have a lot of viewers and I don't want to make anyone upset, so are you sure what you're going to say is going to be able to go down?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, if you're into the furry community, then you have to know, like, you have to know the kind of things that some furries do that have accrued infamy, you know?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Like Midwest Fur Fest.
Oh god. I don't even know what you're talking about, but just the way you said it makes me like, I don't know if I want to. You just said it with such a menacing tone. Oh crap! I didn't fill these slots.
At Midwest Fur Fest, there's a tradition they have where they rent
maybe
out...
maybe I don't know what you're going to talk about, but maybe we should just not.
It's not. It's. You're probably right.
I just want to be safe because we have minors on the stream. I don't want to get too. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off, but just gotta play it safe.
I wasn't gonna talk about any. I wasn't gonna talk about anything sexual. I wasn't gonna talk about anything sexual.
Right. Maybe we should switch topics just to be safe. Just because I don't wanna come to 3,000 angry tweets canceling me because of something we said wrong. Brandon says, and yes, its feet are quite stinky. Good day says, mother, father, I dress up as a very fat anthropox. Oh boy. But yeah, you know what I mean? It is very odd that those things are compared.
But... I remember when I was 12, I had a DeviantArt account, and I knew this guy, very big. This was probably the first furry I ever met, and he seemed like a decent dude. I don't really think he had any social grace. He was in his mid-30s, and he desperately wanted me to be a part of his furry porn group, and I was like, I'm 12.
Yikes!
My mother was going through my account, and she saw that. And she was like, Griffin, you probably shouldn't be around this person. He's trying to share porn with a minor. And I was like, yeah, I shouldn't. Yeah. And then I cut him. And then I was like, I didn't outright cut him off at first. I was just like, no, I'm not joining your group. I feel very uncomfortable. And then he wrote a big post on his DeviantArt journal about how I was a bad friend. And
oh man, fuck that guy. What a freak. That shit just makes me mad to hear about. I'm sorry, man. You fuck that guy.
It was just it's not really upsetting or anything. It's just so strange.
Yeah, people. I don't understand people. But honestly, yeah, it reminded me, when I was 13, I remember, and I was playing League of Legends. That was back when League of Legends first came out or some shit. And I met a high schooler, and they just felt the need to describe to me what an Alaskan pipeline was, which I'm not going to go into detail on the stream because we do have minors. But I remember that was when my computer used to be next to the home computer instead of in its own place, and my headphones were loud. My mom heard that, and she was like, "You cannot talk to these people." And I was like, "You know what? I actually think I agree with you." It's
I think I wish my mom had more interference with my online life, because when I was 14, I was groomed.
Yeah, when you're a kid, you always are parents should mind their own business. I want privacy. They shouldn't get involved. But honestly, when it comes to the internet, parents really should supervise their kids more. As someone who wasn't supervised a lot on the internet growing up, I feel like it's definitely fucked with my brain. And I'm incredibly sorry to hear that you were groomed. Holy shit, man. Are you alright?
It's not... It's honestly just more of a funny story than anything else, but this girl that was in college at the time had a lot of drama with people around her, and she was very interested in me despite me being 14, and I was like, wow, this is very weird, but I didn't think too much about it because I just wanted to make friends. And I never had the sex talk with my parents because she gave it to me.
That is so weird.
Jack
says based mom. Sorry, there's another Jack, not you. Good days also.
Yeah, I just got done explaining that chick was not my mother.
Yeah. Let us take Article of Protection. This will save us. This might actually let us kill the boss. That might have been just what we needed, actually. Because that'll refresh when we get to the boss fight.
I thought, for a second, I thought you were talking about my story and, like, I should get a restraining order, which I probably should.
No, sorry, yeah. Honestly, that actually might be a good idea.
That person might still be my friend on Facebook, but...
Oh man, remember when you, like, the era of adding internet people online to your Facebook friends?
My Facebook is, like, still out there somewhere, I think.
Yeah, same. I haven't touched it in God knows how long.
It's probably the cringiest, most shitty thing ever, and
Yep.
I know for a fact that my profile pic was CL Phantom Hive from Black Butler.
Classic old anime profile pic.
Yeah, that should tell you everything you need to know.
Can I reveal to you a secret internet prejudice of mine? I love the Ghibli films. They're great. I do not trust people with Ghibli anime profile pictures. They're the scariest people.
Correct.
Like, I see someone with a Spirited Away profile picture, I do not want to talk to them. I want to leave.
I've seen a few. I've seen, like... Okay, it's not entirely fair because, like, the Discord server I'm thinking about is, like, really well moderated. And the people there are really cool, but there's this moderator on that Discord who's, like, really chill, really nice dude. I really like him. And his profile picture is the girl from the Spirited Away, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a hot minute since... I've seen that movie.
Will Zed says, what a conversation to come in on. I should probably warn, if you're not comfortable with, like, heavy, dark topics, you might want to tune out of this stream. I didn't realize
if
the
you're
direction
not
it was gonna
comfortable
go.
with heavy, dark topics, you probably shouldn't go on a stream with Jack.
Yeah.
My life is an actual clusterfuck.
Yeah, apologies for that. But yeah, no pressure if you guys feel uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, I want to apologize, but I also want to say that I am a walking black hole for misfortune.
It's true. You have so many stories. It makes me sad. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to survive the boss fight, actually. I don't know if we can do this.
You ever hear that old thing that's like, trauma makes you funny? I think that's what happened to me.
I have indeed heard that adage. I don't think we can survive the next fight, guys. I think I have to retreat here. We'll only have 60%, but that's better than 30. The stream needs the inverted Amori style thumbnail, LMAO. Will Zed says not uncomfortable, just a surprise. What'd you say?
What'd you say?
Brandon Hamilton said, this stream needs the inverted Amori style thumbnail, LMAO. It's an in-joke. In our Amori playthrough, I don't know if you've heard of Amori. It's like a game that Testing. Alright, can you guys... Oh, gosh. Okay, can you guys hear me? If so, please say something in the chat. Whoopsie. Hello?
Hey.
That was not your fault. My internet disconnected. The stream cut out for a split second there, too.
Okay.
I was saying, Brandon Hamilton said, this stream needs the inverted Amori-style thumbnail, and it's a joke because...
I heard you up until you compared it to Undertale.
Yeah, so it's a game that's, like, mostly whimsical and like Undertale, but it has, like, really dark horror moments, and whenever those happen, we invert the color of the thumbnail to, like, symbolize this is gonna be, like, a fucky episode, where, like, dark shit comes up, and they're saying I should invert the thumbnail for this stream.
You should probably do that with like every stream with me in it, because I don't intentionally do it, but I just bring this sort of shit around with me.
It's fine. As long as we don't delve too much into politics, it's fine. I would just caution you as your friend, if you truly don't mind sharing, that's all good, but just remember these things are up on the internet permanently, you know? So anything you wouldn't want everyone to hear, I would be careful. But if you're fine and it's not like political, I don't mind if you want.
I don't really care what people hear. Like I kind of like talking about this stuff because it's really funny.
Fair enough. Oh, finally we can get the
to be fair, it's funny to me, but I also might not have allowed myself to come to terms with this stuff emotionally. So.
Mm-hmm. Hang on real quick. I'm about to need to read a story thing. Apologies for the transition in tone. Oh, you're interested too, eh? Not everyone appreciates it. Not everyone understands. People can serve you not only with their voices, but with bones, swords, bows, and they are not evil if you don't fear them. You're right. I only need to raise a hand and... Wait, I've never done anything like this before. If I remember correctly. The craft teaches itself, often through books, or words, or walls and stones in your case. It's an unusual way. Now we can play as the Necromancer, baby! My favorite class. It just steamrolls. It's so fucking broken. As long as you get the right build, it makes the game so stupid easy. Sadly, we don't have a lot of the tiles we need to really utilize Necromancer effectively, but one thing we have to do if we want to play Necro is swap out Spider for Road Lantern, because Necro's bad against big groups. But,
speaking of Necromancer, I've been getting back into playing Soul Hackers. You know, Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, I need to play through that.
Yeah, I got it on Citra, and it's as good as I remember. It really is. But also, I only just now learned that Nemesis' necromancy spell is really good, because what it does is it summons your dead party member as like this zombie that can only die if it's hit with healing magic or if someone uses expel magic on it.
That's pretty based.
Which none of the bosses in the game have expel.
Do the party members get XP though? When they're
the demons in general do not level up. This is one of those older SMT games.
Oh, right. The thing about Soul Hackers is I always pick it up and I'll play it for like 5 hours and be like, that was really fun, and then I don't play it the next day or ever again for like months.
I think it's a lot easier to keep playing it when you're on like PC and not like on the DS.
Yep, that's because I have it on DS, and that's why, because I don't want to take out my DS to play games anymore. Because like when I was a kid I never minded, but now that I'm an adult, playing on the small screens is just like meh.
Yeah, no, I have it on like PC and I like sped through it in a few days.
Smart. Maybe I should look into that.
While I'm at it, I should probably completely legally acquire some of the other SMT games for Citra.
What's Citra?
It's a 3DS emulator.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I typically get all my stuff legally, as much to the best of my ability, unless it's like not available in America and you have to do a fan translation.
Yes, I do the same, Darnell.
Yeah, you might not want to talk about illegal stuff on the stream. I don't think anyone's gonna hunt you down, but I just don't want to encourage stuff and then like be accused of that, you know what I mean?
That's fine. You shouldn't talk about illegal stuff on stream. Then I like look to everything I've ever done in my life.
Oh, no. Alright, actually, let's take the evasion and stack that with our evasion tone. That'll be pretty good. So if you guys haven't put together the Soul Hacker stream win, God, I don't know, if there's a good legal way to emulate it, maybe, but I don't know if you guys would want to watch that. Because, see, the last JRPG I streamed was Yakuza, and I was genuinely enjoying that, and then people were like, play something else. And I was like, alright, that's fine. And I haven't come back to it, but I really wanted to, and it made me sad, you know? And I don't want to pick up another big JRPG, play part of it, and then people are like, alright, now do something else. So that might be better as a Let's Play. And if you're worried about that, I don't know if it's a JRPG because I haven't played it. I think it might be an action RPG. God forgive me.
I just told you it was an SMT game.
No, I'm not talking about... Sorry, I should have got to my point faster. Near Gestalt, the new one is coming out soon. And Tan really loves Nier stuff. The whole reason Aetherable Space was started is because we originally did a Nier Let's Play that got fucked up in recording, so we did that instead. And when Gestalt comes out, I know he really wants to do a gameplay series for that, maybe alongside Amori or after Amori's finished. And I think that'll be fun. Because he wanted to do it similar to Discovering SCP, where like he knows a lot about Nier and I don't, and he kind of watches me go through the world and answers questions. But I don't know if Nier's a JRPG.
I'm gonna tell you right now, all of the answers he gives you are just gonna make things stupider.
Yeah, but I love that kind of. I love chuny shit, I'm not gonna lie. Guilty pleasure.
Somehow I have not been crucified for this, but I genuinely think that Nier Automata is overly pretentious and not as deep as people say it is.
I wouldn't know. I've never gotten further than 10 hours in it. It's one of those games I always pick up and then I play, and the exact same thing as Soul Hackers. Honestly, most games I'll play, have a good time, and then not touch again. Very few games keep me engaged these days. But yeah, I would be inclined to believe you, but I don't want to say anything because I don't want Tanhoney to kill me in my sleep. You know what I mean?
I'm not afraid of Tanhoney.
You have a higher power level than me, though. Be aware of that. I have to play it safe.
It's not that I have a higher power level. It's that, like, Tan is like a higher dimensional being, but I have, like... But as long as I refuse to believe in magic, he can't do anything to hurt me.
Oh, is this like Umineko rules?
Yeah.
I dig it. Alright, we have enough meadows to finish off our, our treasury. So let's crack that open. Alright, now we are cooking with Kool-Aid, my guy. Gonna pop this on for some more evasion. Get some more rocks going. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Good Day says, I miss Yakuza Like a Dragon. Me too, but it's at that point where it's been so long now that I don't know if I could just pick it back up. That was so much fun to play. I really like that game. I'll have to revisit on my own at some point. Pop this down. Get that started. Pop down a lantern, because it'll be hard to do otherwise. Because the Necromancer's really OP, but it struggles with encounters with lots of enemies if your build isn't, like, all set up already. So you need to have the Road Lantern to wear down things like this, or if you pop a Goblin Camp and can't get an Oblivion. Because basically all you do is summon skeletons up to your max, and then your actual attacks do, like, no damage. You're basically building entirely around the skeletons. So you need to... so if your skeletons get killed faster than they can do shit, because there's too many enemies, you get fucked up real bad. Oh god, we need an Oblivion, because goblins will wreck your Necro run. That's why Mountains is always kind of a risky take on Necro. Maybe I should just stop running Mountains with it, but I can't help it because I love Mountains. Just love having more HP. I'm too greedy. We should get you on for something again. I just gotta figure out what. Are you still there, Jack?
Pretty recently, I've been hanging out with someone I met in middle school. He's a really great guy. I love him. Mm-hmm. I'll probably send him this stream later.
Right.
And pretty recently, we've been talking about like stuff that happened in middle school. I have so very few memories, but because that was around the time like I had the mental breakdown incident where like I was drugged and had a schizophrenic meltdown.
Pardon, what? What happened?
Did I never tell you the story?
No, and is this something you want to share on stream again? I should ask before you do so.
I can share it, but it's not really like it's not really like funny or anything. I just like
maybe, especially if it's dark, maybe not. I don't know. But I definitely want to hear about this maybe on private time, because that sounds so like someone drugged you, or do you just mean you were like on meds?
Okay, so the long and short of it is that I was taking some ADHD medicine paired with some antidepressants, and no one thought to check if those medicines should actually go together. So what happened is your ADHD is when your brain has low brain chemistry, and schizophrenia is when your brain has high brain chemistry, and it rocketed my brain up to stupid high brain chemistry, and I had medically induced schizophrenia for years. That's
insane, man. Holy shit.
It's not funny. I have no funny stories involving this, but it did cause me to lose a lot of memories of middle school, so it works out.
I'm sorry to hear about that. I mean, I'm glad you've got a pretty good head on it about, but I don't know if I want to like casually laugh about that. That sounds pretty.
It's funny that I say this not too long after saying like, I don't know if this is actually funny or if I just haven't emotionally coped with it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we were talking about some stuff from middle school, and I have like no memories of this stuff, and he was like telling me like, oh yeah, you were like so fucking blunt in middle school. You would like casually insult people, and it was really funny. And I would like stand behind you, like towering over everyone, and like fold my arms like your bodyguard.
Keep you safe.
This dude played football, and he's like 20'3".
Like this fucking political hitman after you.
He's absolutely enormous. Like I'm like a backpack compared to him. We could actually cosplay as Ratchet and Clank because of the size difference.
Could be Banjo and Kazooie.
Yes.
All right. God, why are there no Oblivions to get rid of this? This is going to end my run right now. I can't take 3 goblins plus Harpy. I'm gonna get so fucked. Oh my god! Like, okay, so I need to get rid of the long-term problem first, so I still have to fight them, but thank god.
I can't. Is it weird that I kind of love that? Like everything that every stream you have me on, that's like, oh, we're gonna have fun times with Jack, and then I come in and it's like I'm the Knight of Cerebus.
What's the Knight of Cerebus?
It's a TV tropes thing, where something suddenly shifts in tone to really bleak.
Oh. Yeah, it is very bizarre, but I mean, if you're cool with it. I don't want to, like, silence your voice or anything, but at the same time, I'm always like, are you sure you're going to want this on the stream in the morning? So this man is why he does not fear Tan.
I'm going to tell you right now that I am very open about this stuff. Like, I've more or less just, like, accepted that this kind of shit happens.
Right. In reference to your bodyguard friend, Will said, so this man is why he does not fear Tanhoney.
No, the bodyguard friend, he would destroy Tanhoney, frankly, but he is not why I don't fear Tan.
Honestly, anyone could destroy Tanhoney. He eats pizza with a knife and fork.
I have that picture saved on my PC now.
Yeah. We can't share that. He doesn't want that, like, his real face out there, but it's so funny to look at.
He never explained why he did it.
He's just weird. He said like the pizza there was really hard or something. I don't remember. Sounds like fake news.
Why were they eating hard pizza?
Also, I love, like, in that picture, everyone else in the meetup's on their fucking phone, so it's like, look at Tanhoney just living in the moment. Oh god, I spawned another goblin camp. I wasn't paying attention to how many fucking mountains I put down. Come on, game, give me another Oblivion. I'm asking nicely.
Honestly, everyone being on their phones was foreshadowing for what happened after.
I don't remember what happened after, but maybe don't bring that up just in case. DM me about it,
I was just saying that in case you remembered. If you don't remember, then we just shouldn't talk about it.
Probably for the best. Brandon Hamilton says, "What? The Tanhoney slander?" Oh, dude, I love Tanhoney, but he's kind of a dork. I love him. Good Day says, "Just edit Poghoney under the picture. I need to see this." No, he asked me not to release it, so we're not going to do that. That's not negotiable.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys idolize Tanhoney or whatever, but I'm going to let you know right now, he's kind of a massive dweeb.
He's a huge dweebus.
He's
and that's
like
why we love him.
He's like literally the nerd from the stereotypical high school movie.
Yeah! That's why it's so funny to me when people are like, and I mean, Tan's a good author, I'm not trying to show him. People are like, "Oh, Tan, I love you, I want to be just like you." It's like, do you want to be just like Tan? Do you really?
Yeah, I'm not sure you do. Hi, Tan.
I spawned a dark slime, rare enemy, because I must have killed a goblin on the cam.
What am I saying? Tan's gonna get like 5 minutes into this and be like, "This is garbage," and then leave.
Yeah, well, especially because you weren't here in the first 5 minutes, obviously.
Those first 5 minutes were probably the best part of this episode.
The first 5 minutes you came in, or the first 5 minutes when you weren't here?
Without me.
Yeah, I had my friend Jacob on. He's a pretty cool guy, but we just kind of chatted a little bit casually about college and stuff. Brandon said, "LMAO, idolizing Tanhoney, imagine." In general, just don't form parasocial relationships with YouTubers. Because, like, or anyone on the internet. Because, like, people... I mean, aside from just, people being messed up, also just, like, it's a little awkward for the people in question. Like, it's one thing if they're actually talking to you and they're your friend, like, in the Discord, but, like, it's always weird to me when people, like, act like their favorite YouTuber is, like, someone they know. It's so creepy. It's also why
I actually have befriended a YouTuber I really like. So
yeah, but that's different than a parasocial relationship. A parasocial relationship is like when you perceive the YouTuber to be your friend because you watch their shit.
I understand, but I was like,
yeah.
But it just made me think like, oh, I've been DMing this YouTuber I really like, and we've been talking about Hunter x Hunter nonstop.
Nice.
And now we're friends. He follows me on Twitter now for some reason.
Nice. Good Day says, "Englishmen deserve no idolization." Brandon Hamilton says, "Quite sad, innit?" Quite sad indeed. I don't want to lose this evasion, but I really need higher skeleton level, so I think I'm going to take this Grimoire. Even though that hurts my evasion drastically, which is a shame. Also, if this game could please give me more Oblivion so I can put down my second village, that'd be epic style.
If this game could please give me more Oblivion so that I could get more of those shit posts on YouTube.
Oh, I'm getting wrecked. Okay, hold up. Way more skeleton level, no regen, more attack speed, more defense. I think we're gonna pop that one on.
I remember one of my friends described like meeting me and learning about me as being like a roller coaster with no end. It starts off with, wow, Jack is really well put together, and then you start talking to me, and it's like, you're a walking mess of a human being.
Do be that way. I mean, that'd be the way with many people, to be honest.
Yeah, but with me, it's special.
True. Good Day says, "Perish
I think this episode has proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't want these. Brandon Hamilton says, "Imagine making friends with a YouTuber as an audience member." Yeah. I honestly don't even, like, want to DM fans, because, like, even though I don't do anything, like, shady in DMs, I see so many times where, like, people leak a DM with a content creator about something. It's just like, why even DM people? You know what I mean? I'd rather just DM my friends. Like, I appreciate when people, like, send nice stuff or whatever, but, like, I generally won't answer DMs, because I'd rather just not deal with anything.
I just have... It's probably due to autism, but I just have, like, absolutely no shame about, like, messaging people and being like...
I'm 100% the same.
Hey, this thing is really cool.
I'm 100% the same way, and I think it's honestly really nice when someone's like, "Hey, I'm loving Amori," or "I'm loving the podcast," but just, like, when people send me memes or, like, try to, like, talk to me, I just try not to respond. because I don't want to encourage a parasocial relationship.
Yeah, but I understand that, but like, I think another way I've coped with anxiety is to just like to mentally assume that everyone wants to be making friends. So,
and honestly, that is a good way, I think, to go about life. And if you do it with your content creators, all the power to you. But just personally, I don't like that as much. Like, I love talking with the fans and hearing people on the Discord in public, but just not DMs. Not DMs.
Yeah, I understand that.
Let me put... God, I have so many villages I want to place, but I have no Oblivions! And I don't want to deal with bandit camps!
Thankfully, I'm never gonna have to deal with this, because, like, the people that watch your shit is gonna, like, listen to this episode and be like, wow, I never want to talk to this guy, holy shit.
Oh, don't say that. You're awesome. You're mega epic, bro. I have so many unusable meadows. Just, I need a rock or an Oblivion or something. Something's gotta give here. And nothing is giving.
If you ever get to the point where you need, like, a content warning on your podcast, you should just use, like, a picture of Jack Frost, like, with the inverted Amori thing. And just, like, have it in the corner. And that's like the sign that things are gonna get really fucked up.
Oh, Lord.
Have it upside.
Have it upside down.
Yeah.
Just going all out with it. I don't want to lose that max skeleton, but also this ring's getting outdated.
I remember when I was like 9 years old, I went to Universal Studios with my family, and they took my little brother and my other siblings to see a Barney the Dinosaur stage show. And I was just like very bored. I was sitting outside. I didn't want to go in because I was a grown-up that didn't care about Barney. And so there was like no one around somehow. I was just like sitting on the playground playing with like the toy motor on this boat that was on the playground. I think the actor that was like playing Barney saw me and thought, this kid looks lonely. I should go try and cheer him up. So he walks over. And I feel really bad because this guy was very clearly so nice. But like he wasn't aware that I was an emotionally dead lack of a human being, because he comes over and he starts revving the boat. And, you know, he can't say anything because he can't break the illusion of, like, not actually being Barney. Either that or he's someone that broke into the park and stole a costume, but that's probably not as likely, hopefully. So he starts revving the boat, and I'm just like sitting in the seat, just staring at him completely blankly, not saying a word. And this goes on for, I swear to God, like 10 minutes before he finally has to go up on stage. And I just want to say, I am so sorry for making the most awkward 10 minutes of your life.
Hey man, it's part of his job, but yeah.
It's really funny to me to like think about, because this dude was just like, this dude did nothing wrong and he was met with me.
This is so sad. Let's see. Good Day says, I wish I had the can message people online, no problem type of autism. Sadly, I'm stuck with the I'm too afraid to talk to anyone type of autism. Typically, I'm the same way as Jack. I've always been a, if you want to do something, go do it person. But on that flip side, I think that also sometimes makes me annoying, because like when I have a question or I want something, I go bug people immediately when they don't want to be bugged. But yeah.
I used to be like the anxiety stuff, and to be honest, it still lingers. But I've just kind of come to the conclusion that by and large, people are frankly complete pushovers, so if you want to do something, they're not going to mind.
Yeah, it's true.
And anyone that does mind is typically an asshole, so...
Or just very old.
Yeah.
And they're like, I literally don't have enough time left.
There's a correlation there. There's a correlation there, I hate to say.
I don't want to make that too bad because I've actually met a lot of cool older people, but yeah, I know what you're getting.
No. I mean, I'm right, but yeah, there's a lot of great old people.
That's true. Strengthened skeletons, baby. Let's go.
Oh man, I used to hang out at this old folks' home and like visit this guy who's like family stopped visiting him.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like hang out there. At the time, I still didn't really talk too much, but I enjoyed like just sitting there and listening to him because this dude was just cool.
Yeah, I used to do that too in high school. I worked at I did volunteer work at an old folks home. I'd like help them out, and I'd play like Rummy Cube and shit with people, and they always had like the best stories. And also, same situation where they're like, oh, my kid doesn't visit me anymore. There was one guy who was learning how to paint and play guitar. And he was like 80. And he's like, yeah, I mean, my kids don't visit anymore. This is what I do. And I remember he was like, I'm going to teach you how to play guitar one day. And then he passed away not long after that. It was really sad. But
and now you have to learn guitar now, Darnell. And like it can be like his spirit teaching you to play.
Maybe. I'm like too lazy to learn an instrument, so that's why I feel mega bad, but maybe I should. He's a very cool guy.
It's like you start playing and you channel him as your stand.
This is my stand, Dan from... I don't want to say the name of the place because that links it to my real location.
Dan Costco. I don't know why Costco popped into my head.
Alright, let's see. This gives evasion, summon quality, regen. This gives a lot more skeleton level attack speed and regen, though. I think I'll go with this. And then maybe I'll replace... Yeah, because this gives max skeletons. I'll replace that here, and we'll go attack speed build. And then what we'll do... Start working this out. Oh god, this is a goblin thing. Not enough oblivions right now in my life. Please fucking learn guitar now, Lamau, says Brandon. I mean, I've been meaning to get around to learning an instrument because I love music and I love to sing already, but I'm just so lazy and I don't have that much time. He was cool. He was actually the best. I loved him so much.
I refuse to play instruments because, like, after the schizophrenic breakdown, I went to like this very shitty high school, like for basically the rejects of society. It was literally just like, oh, these kids can't go anywhere else, so they have to go here. I kind of think it might have been the same way with the teachers they hired, except for this one woman, Parrish, who was an actual angel, and she was way better than that place deserved. But I'm going off topic. I had a music class there, and every single day we would play chords from a Taylor Swift song or a Carrie Underwood song. It was both of those, frankly, and it's all we would do every single day, every single week for hours on end. And I swear to God, if I ever hear that song again, I'll probably kill 5 people. But that's not the end of the story, because it wasn't just one semester. I passed this class 4 times. They kept making me take it because the school did not have that many classes due to being such a poor shithole. So they kept throwing me back into the music class and being like, yeah, you have the credits, but we need you to take this class anyways just to fill up your schedule. And so I've spent cumulatively probably several months, like, if you add up every second I spent in that class, probably several months listening to that fucking song over and over and over and over and over. And in my final semester of taking that class, this was my senior year. At this point, I was probably talking to you, but I was not telling people about this. I just something in my brain snapped, and I just stopped playing the guitar in that class. I would just like. I would just like fold my legs, cross my arms, and just like stare at the teacher from beginning of the class to the end, and he couldn't do anything to me because I had all the credits for the class.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't even do that from the beginning. To be honest, it's like I already have the credits, bitch. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I was like I said, I had anxiety stuff, but like this might have been what turned me, frankly, into such an abrasive human being. Or no, I was always abrasive, like forceful. This was my character arc.
Joker origin story, yeah.
And he was. This dude had issues, and he was very clearly pissed off that I was not playing this game anymore, because he would give me like this look, like a legitimately a homicidal glare. In hindsight, it would have been creepy if it wasn't so fucking funny on such a goofy face. And God, none of this sounds like it's real.
Dude, you're good.
But like on like at the end of these classes, there would also always be like a concert at a mall we would do. Nobody would ever show up for them, but I never actually played during the concert. Like I would just sit there and like pretend to play and like faintly move.
Jack, I gotta tell you, man.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat like went on a rant about the American public education system being bad, and then Brandon Hamilton said we live in a society, and Will Zed said we live in a music class.
Yeah. That musical class was my society. Anyways,
that's not a funny joke, Jack. You can't just say things like that. The fucking Murray bit. I really want to replace this necklace because it's so bad.
That's like so many of our conversations though. Like that's not funny, Jack. Oh, that's really funny. Depressing, Jack.
I don't care if you get depressing with me. I just wanted to be aware with you. I didn't want you to like say things to strangers that you didn't.
Yeah, no, I was just just
absolutely.
like general. Anyway,
I need rocks.
But like the guy I knew from middle school, like the big football guy, he was like at this last concert, and like straight up, right as the concert was starting, I put down my guitar, walked over to him, and we just fucked off.
Nice. Good day says, man, remember when you could read for fun? I want to make a point. And this isn't to defend necessarily the education system, but I think a lot of the books you read in school are fun, and they're worth analyzing, but I just think the fact that when you're a teenager and you have to read them makes them less fun. Like, doing it yourself, especially when you're older, when you appreciate reading more, is actually pretty good. I get why they make you do it. It's just, I think when you're a kid, you don't want to, and the fact that you have to makes it less enjoyable. Like, a lot of the literature books are pretty freaking good. I would like to say.
Like the thing is, like, a lot of people will like read Lord of the Flies.
Yes, I love Lord of the Flies. That was the example I was thinking of.
When you're like in high school, it'll be like, oh, this is kind of boring and stupid. But you don't realize that Lord of the Flies is a satire.
Yeah, it's also the original Battle Royale, unless the Battle Royale book came first, or the movie, or whatever it was.
I have no idea.
But yeah, it's
But
so
the
true.
original Battle Royale was the Roman Colosseum. Anyways.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Amazingly, there's still a little bit more to this story. Because I also just remembered that they actually tricked me into going into this class one time. Where like it started off with, oh, we're having a class for like technology shit, and young naive me was like, oh, I'm going to learn something that'll help me in life. But no, I go into the class and I see that the teacher is the music guy, and I'm like,
No.
oh my god, he's gonna put the Carrie Underwood song on loop throughout the entire thing. It was even worse than that, because we did straight up, I shit you not, we did Microsoft PowerPoint for like a week. We didn't learn anything, and then we went straight into the same fucking music class, and I was ready to kill someone.
Have you watched ReZero?
No, but I know it's a time loop thing.
Yeah, I'm just imagining fucking you're like, oh boy, a new class, and then you step in, it's the same guy, and it's like,
that was actually my Groundhog Day loop.
Yeah. The infinite music class loop. That's the best fighting game combo, the infinite music class loop.
I was Bill Murray.
Oh, it's so cruel. I hate laughing. I know you're like through it, but it is just so funny, just like the infinite music class
I want
loop.
you to laugh at this. I want this to be funny because this is such a nightmare thing, and it's really funny.
You will never escape this place.
This is such a stupid thing. It just should not have happened, and because of that, it's so funny.
Yeah. Brandon Hamilton says Lord of the Flies is fire, LMAO. Good Day says Lord of the Flies slapped. Yeah, even when I was in school and read Lord of the Flies, I was like, this book is fucking poggers. Brandon says
all I was saying is that a lot of people in high school like read it and not realize what it's actually about.
Yeah. Brandon also says, dude, I read, he said his dad plays guitar and his grandpa's a DJ, that's where he gets music. The one that was ruined for me was A Tale of Two Cities. Haven't read that one. Stellar Riot says, read Lord of the Flies. Yeah, almost any book you read as a kid related to kid characters is worth rereading as an adult just to get a totally different perspective. Dude, I read Aesop's Fables like 9 upon re-examination. It's like a different book. Same with Anne Frank. Yeah, really, it really is. I think just in general, because when you're a kid, and I'm not saying that school doesn't suck and that there are a lot of bad things at school. I get that. But I think kids also think high school and school in general isn't as important as it is. The things they made you do you didn't like are probably more helpful than you think. Like, a lot of people complain about math and how they'll never use math, and that's just wrong. Even advanced maths, they give you the option to pursue different higher education things, you know?
I'm gonna tell the viewers, like, as someone that got deprived of a good education because of life, that you should stay in school. You should pay attention to those classes, because if you end up going to a shitty school like me, that's going to hurt you in life.
Yep. Absolutely. But I do get, and I do think a lot of those frustrations are justified. Anomalous Rider says, you can never escape, Jack. One of these days, Jack, you're gonna meet someone and you're gonna, like, go up to the altar to get married, and you enter, like, the church or whatever, right? And it's gonna be the music class? Yes! The teacher's like, I've been waiting, Jack.
Altar, there's the guitar I played, and the teacher is just standing there wearing the bishop's clothes, and he's, like, smiling.
He's like, all along, life was a music class. Have you finally learned the lesson?
When I die, I am going to open my eyes and be in the music class.
Or like you get captured in a saw trap, and it's like, you have to play the guitar to get back out.
I would use the guitar strings to hang myself.
Oh man, might be a little extreme for stream, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. It does sound like a rough class. Yeah. IKEA SCP, but it's music class. I'm stealing the idea of infinite music class. That would unironically be a really interesting SCP. Like, you enter a music class, and then no matter what happens in your life, at random periods, you keep entering the music class, and it becomes inescapable. Like, you'll open a door, and it'll just be the music class. That would be
a really good SCP, and then you just write Jack's backstory.
Character backstory for your resume? Well, I mean, I'll steal the idea with permission, of course. Do you care if Good Day writes about your music class hell?
Go right ahead.
Perfect. I really need to replace this necklace. I just need one with +1 max skeletons, damn it. I think I'm gonna steamroll this boss, though. What? Dun, 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 dun. What a wild ride.
The teachers in that school were like legitimately insane, and that's like not even talking about the students that went there, but the students I can talk to you about off the episode, but the teachers I can talk about on it because
well, while I agree it's not plagiarism if you had just used Jack's story, assuming you didn't like use his name. Plagiarism not funny, Hamilton. Bad. Sorry, what were you saying, Jack?
I was just gonna bring up like there were like so many fucked up teachers at that school. Like there was this German woman that tried to gaslight me.
Oh, God.
And aside from trying to shift my views of my own personal reality, she also tried to convince me that I wasn't colorblind. And
Question mark?
Yeah, no, she genuinely didn't believe I was colorblind, and she was trying to convince me that I wasn't. And this was my art class.
Oh that is even harder because that's a relevant thing to mention. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked.
And this woman, she was in hindsight, she might have been the perfect German stereotype because she was such a mean and inhuman bitch.
Okay, whoa. When you're saying things about like, race stereotypes and whatnot, like hold on.
Okay, I should no, let me be perfectly clear.
Hold on.
When I say
this is a fucking live stream, please.
No, okay, let me be perfectly clear. When I say stereotype, I mean like misconception, that kind of thing. Because like a lot of people will be like, oh, Germans are really mean people because of the Holocaust. But like, if you actually meet a German person, they're very nice.
Oh, God, giving me a heart attack. Oh, God. Because I know what you mean, but this is fucking, it's like, Jack!
This is the final episode I'll ever be on. I'm never coming back on again.
Jack! Oh my God, the panic that, oh God, my heart, I need a second. Oh lordy. Okay, continue.
She made a girl cry in class because she kept yelling at her.
Oh. Fucked up. Brandon Hamilton just said, ha ha ha, LMAO, at my peril. In 4K. Shut the fuck up, Hamilton. This is where Discovering SCP says that Jack does not speak for us as a company.
You should probably start putting that in the disclaimers.
Maybe. God, if I actually get canceled for that, I don't even know what I'm gonna do anymore.
Well, I don't think you'll get canceled. Like, they'll probably come cancel me, but to be honest, I don't care about being canceled.
Lord. Just, oh, God, my whole brain just was like, I could see it happening and I couldn't stop it.
I mean, I was defending German people.
I know what your intention was. It's just how the internet be. Oh, Darnell's over party. They got the hashtag. Yeah, it's done. It's my life.
It would be pretty on brand for you to get blamed for something I did.
This is so sad. That happened with me with Tanhoney. Someone got really mad I didn't like this bad old SCP, and Tan and I were making fun of it, and this guy went off about all the things I made fun of and how wrong I am, right? And one of the things he said was something that Tan brought up and made fun of, and he was like, you're an idiot, Darnell, and then he's like, by the way, I love you, Tan. And then in DMs, he gave me like a non-apology and was like, by the way, let Tan know I think he's great. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, buddy.
Yeah, I remember that, and I saw his thing on YouTube.
Yeah, he just said having a normal one!
You having a normal one, mate.
It's so funny. Oh Lord, I still think about that. I'm not even mad, it's just funny. Yeah, that is my brand, is like getting blamed for things I didn't do. Okay, hold on, let me take a split second here. This is gonna up my skeleton level, but I don't want to lose all that attack speed, I don't think. This could be... I think I just like my build the way it is. Even though these are all higher number and pretty rarity colors, I think I just want to go in with what I've got. I think. Stick another mountain down. We got one more fight here.
You know, it just occurred to me that our combination is probably an absolute disaster for the internet because, like, the guy that gets blamed for stuff he didn't do meets the guy that attracts disasters normally.
We should start our own podcast. Just call it Disaster Hour.
Did I ever tell you that my first college was destroyed by a tornado?
You did not, but I may have to halt you on that story because there's about to be a new boss monologue, so give me a minute.
Okay.
Could you please stop? So it's you who's responsible for all this mess. Stop doing what? Stop doing all this. Resisting. Fighting for the old world. You will erase everything anyway. I'm sorry, but that's how it must go. So a mysterious him again. I expect that you're not going to explain who you're talking about. Why wouldn't I? I'm talking about God. He created myriads of stars, galaxies, and... Oh, what am I saying? He created everything! And now he is destroying his creation. That's the most nonsense I've ever heard. And trust me, I've heard a lot of nonsense. Why would God want to destroy the world? That's what you would call a silly question. Do you think we have a right to discuss God's motives? He's God, for God's sake. If he decided it, then it has to be done. That means that there's a cause and a meaning to it. Instead of showing him your rage and anger, you should thank him for the life you've had and spend the time that's left saying goodbye to the universe. No, wait! That's not right! If all that's true, then why am I still able to resist? Why am I able to restore this world piece by piece? It's very slow, but I'm still able to do it. Does this mean that your God is having second thoughts? Or is he a god at all if I can go against his will? These are just empty words. You're simply trying to find a reason to say you're unimportant no. I feel sorry for you and for this world, but your efforts are worthless. You can't stop God's harvesting scythe with a single blade of grass. I shall end you personally, by word or by force, if needed. Well, maybe a blade of grass won't stop a scythe, but it can get into your shoe and hurt. You know, metaphors are really not my thing. Let's see if your God is truly protecting you. Alright, go off, King.
I just want to say, like, that blade of grass thing, like, I immediately pictured that as being something you would say. that sounds like something...
That sounds like what? You cut out, buddy?
I was gonna say, that sounds like something you would fuck up trying to act cool and then be like, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, wait, fuck, my words did not come out. Y'all, we see how OP the Necromancer is? We are absolutely destroying this boss. We're gonna get her on our first try. And you really need the Necro for this boss, because she summons mirrors like every 2 seconds, and the mirrors, each one, when all 5 are up, it blocks your attack, but each one has a 20% chance of blocking your attack, so you need a lot of attacks going on. It's so painful. Every time, like the first time, I still can't get used to it. Yeah, dying's not very nice. And that's how the whole world feels right now. Not a great feeling, as you noticed. Now you're... Wait, what did you mean by every time? Oh, it's not the first time. My faith in the Almighty brings me back to life, again and again for the sake of my great mission. To spread his word. To preach humility, obedience, and acceptance of the salvation he offers. And every time I fail. And there are only the dead bodies of heretics instead of conversations. And my lifeless body. Then why can't you understand that the wish to survive is an essential part of this world? I don't know how it happened, but you've made a mistake interpreting the motives of the Almighty. Made a mistake? Me? That's impossible. I believe in it. I am the faith itself. I don't need to know or check anything. And you, what are you even trying to achieve? Nothing will ever be like it was anymore, not even close. I don't know, maybe it will. I can still try. You're just a fool, that's what you are. We'll meet again. Just let me rest a while. Looks like she's gone. I can hardly believe her corpse will ever come back to life. But even if it will, I should give her a proper burial.
No, you shouldn't.
RIP! Alright, and we only want the resource because we don't want to dilute our pool here. So let's take resource assortment. Let's retreat.
I
Hell
forgot
yeah.
what I was talking about.
You were talking about how your first school was... Oh, hang on. There's another lore thing. Hang on. Welcome back. Is that a piece of glass sticking out of your shoulder? What? Oh, I didn't even notice it. And it's not because of a high pain tolerance. I'm a bit shocked, to tell the truth. I met a crazy preacher, stained glass windows, halos, and angel silhouettes all around. A holy jamboree, you could say. Let me guess. We have all sinned, and now we're doomed to face the holy wrath and apocalypse, and only in death shall we find salvation. Not exactly. It's more like God has decided to erase his creation. It has to be done. Show some patience. Well, that makes some sense if you give it a little thought. Who else would have the power to do such a thing? I don't know much about godhood, but I would think he'd be able to do all this instantly. Putting it simply, we'd all be dead already. We wouldn't even exist now. Even if the priestess is right, it's not a reason to give up. Will Zed says, is it just me or do they have the same face, the player and the boss? That's because we're playing the Necromancer. It changes, when you switch class, it changes how the player looks. And with Necromancer, it does kind of look like the angel boss. Even if the priestess is right, it's not a reason to give up. Arwoo! A howl from outer space. What was that? Did you hear that? Yeah, and it felt horrible, like someone's coming to get me. Alright, you're good, no danger here. Twitch fail compilation moment. Nope, sorry, Darnell, get into the cancel basket. Sorry, you were talking about how your school got destroyed by a tornado. That's what you were talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, my first year of college, like on spring break, my family took me on like a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And the college was basically empty because it shuts down on spring break. But a tornado came on spring break,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like, after the tornado, it looked like a Fallout 3 map.
Oh gosh.
And a lot of people could have died if the tornado hit at any time other than spring break. Somehow, by some grace of God, my room was completely untouched, except it was a little bizarrely dusty.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all I have to say about my situation. I think that about sums up my life. Like, everything around me is destroyed, but I go into my room and find that there's a lot of dust for some reason.
Wow. Poetry. Sorry, I've got another lore thing to read. It feels so
Yeah,
awkward.
I see it. That's why I paused a little bit ago.
Good news. We've come up with a list of some things we need. I won't say they're all absolutely necessary, but they would make our lives a bit better. We can't keep eating from the ground, while the food is also the ground. And then we go to sleep on the same, ground. I'm exaggerating, of course, just want you to get the idea. If you stumble upon a good piece of furniture or an instrument or anything else of use, remember the place and take a wagon there, and we'll see that your findings go to the right person. Alright, I'm gonna go pee and get a drink. You entertain the audience. I'll be right back.
I refuse. We're gonna sit in dead silence until he gets back.
Okay, what did I miss?
Absolutely nothing. Hey there.
Brandon Hamilton said, "You and I aren't so different, Batman." And then Will Zed said, "Power play." So clearly, I missed something.
I just said we're gonna sit here in dead silence until he gets back, and that's exactly what happened.
All right, hang on. This is gonna give us sand dunes and gold cards. Let's put Intel Center down. We finally got some resources to build shit with.
I posted in the video discussion of your server, today's stream is therapy hour.
Jack's therapy. All right. Okay, here's what we've managed to learn. The world consists of darkness and fragments of your memories for a quite short period of time. Nothing is stable. But this is not completely true. There are some key memories that drastically change everything. By keeping a log of your expeditions, we're adding pieces of the picture together. It would be much easier if everything wasn't so shapeless. Remember, any knowledge is priceless, so don't forget to share it. We'll decide how to use it best together. Now we have the encyclopedia. Cracked skeleton. I need to look at this thing more on my main file. Good Day says awkward coughing. Awkward coughing about what, buddy? What you coughing about over there? Get the smithy up too. Sorry, there's gonna be a lot of lore things. By the anvil of the seven seas, it's a small forge! Yo, you have no idea how I've missed the heat of a furnace and the smell of metal. We'll have some good tools now. You can be sure of it, lad. You'll even be able to use something during those trips of yours. You're quite enthusiastic. Something tells me you're not a stranger to seamanship. Shiver me hammers! How did you know? It doesn't matter, though. You're right. Don't worry. I'll prove to you that these hands can hold a hammer as good as they can hold a helm in a storm, and for a dozen days in a row if needed. Jack, are you still there, buddy? Jackie Poo?
Yeah.
There you are. Sorry, I thought I lost you for a second.
You kind of did. It cut
Oh.
a little bit.
Discord needs to update, but I simply can't because I'm midstream. So we have a couple of options here, my friends. We could do another round or two of Loop Hero. Hang on, sorry, I was reading. My friend made a dumb joke. We could do another round or two of Loop Hero, or we could just do just chatting. I could switch to the full camera. I'm gonna leave the chat open for a bit to catch up, so you guys can vote. So I'll leave it up here for like 30 or 60 seconds, so everyone gets a chance to chime in with their thoughts. But yeah, honestly, I'm having fun this stream. I'm glad you eventually showed up, because I'm having a good time. I was very worried.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to show up too. I had a lot of things I need to talk over, and I'm very glad to have this therapy session.
I can't believe you've used my stream as free therapy. Therapists hate him! With just one easy trick, he resolved his problem with strangers on the internet.
Oh, I'll never resolve that problem.
Music class moment.
I swear to God, that's gonna be the next big meme. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow to see like photoshops of like Jack Frost, but it's like the tuba meme.
Yeah, it's gonna be the next fucking no sleep copy pasta, like the wasp room or whatever. It's like the music class. Jack's personal hell is the infinite music class, and Darnell's hell is constantly having to update Discord. It's true.
Discord actually pushes out new updates specifically whenever Darnell wants to stream.
It's true. Every time I have to update Discord, it happens so frequently that Tanhoney is literally baffled. He's like, I cannot fathom.
You should have the same update schedule as everyone else. How does this happen?
I don't know, and I always update right when it happens. Sometimes I'll like call Tan and I'm like, oh, I have to update, and then I immediately abandon him to update, and he's like, what the fuck? I don't even think about it. Brandon Hamilton says, yeah, I'm impartial, still doing car stuff. Stellar Riot says, glad your unpleasant experiences could turn into funny stories, Jack.
That's about my life in a nutshell, yeah.
Amen, brother. And honestly, I do think it helps to talk about things instead of repressing them, because then they will always be sensitive topics, you know? I know it's different for everyone, but I'm very proud of Jack.
I want to say real quick, like, no, most of this was not, the schizophrenia thing aside, that was pretty emotional, but most of this was not really a big deal to me. It's just like, it's just like these things that happen that are really funny to talk about.
All right, it seems like people at large are cool with just chill stream, so I'm gonna exit Loop Hero and I'm just gonna put the face cam on full.
Oh yeah.
So give me a second to set that up, ladies and gentlemen. Bing, bought properties, USB Live, device default resolution. Bop, bop, bop. There we go. Now we're popping. You can see my Scott Pilgrim, my Berserk, and my JoJo, the little Cube back there. Yeah. Life is crazy.
As an aside, I literally could not tell you what the Taylor Swift and Carrie Underwood songs were.
You know what it probably was, if it was Carrie Underwood, unless I'm thinking of a different artist. Was it Since You've Been Gone? No, that's Kelly Clarkson. Never mind.
I just know that there was something about a wedding in one of them.
Carrie Underwood song Wedding.
Okay, so stop. But I was gonna say that if I don't know what songs they were because I have mentally repressed them, and if I ever hear them again, I'll probably kill someone.
Okay. Well, good thing I didn't share that with you. That would be unfortunate.
I just have like a mental breakdown on stream.
Gonna have a break. You know what you should? You need to finish catching up on JoJo, because there's a scene you would relate to in part 5 at the end. There's something that happens to the main villain that reminded me of your music class story, and I don't want to spoil it.
He gets sent into my music class.
Yeah, something similar to that effect, but I don't want to spoil it until you see it yourself. But it reminded me of that when you were describing it.
To be honest, there's something just thematically appropriate about my life being relatable to JoJo.
Someone make a Loop Hero mod that's like you play as Jack and you're going through the music class and you have to defeat the teacher. He's like, I've destroyed this world. Everything will return.
That's perfect for a game about loops.
Exactly. He's like, no matter how many times you kill me, the world will always be a music class. You can't escape, but I can still try. So be it then.
Except the way you win the game is you just stop playing.
Each boss is one of those songs you repressed, and then the final boss is the teacher.
So there's only 2 bosses and you fight them over and over?
I mean, in Loop Hero, there's only 3 bosses, and then there's the final boss, so it's pretty close.
Oh, okay.
It'll work out. I haven't ever updated Discord since saying this, Brian Hamilton. So yeah, we're just chatting. I guess we're ranting a bit. If anyone has any questions for me of Jack or things they want us to talk about, please let us know. Otherwise, we're just going to rant for a bit before closing.
If anyone has any questions, that's real tough.
No, but for real, ask if there's anything you want to hear about or anything you want to know from either of us. Otherwise, I guess we're just vibing for a little bit. I've been trying to get into art. I used to do a little bit of pencil art in high school that I was okay with. I'm terrible at digital art. I bought Clip Studio Paint, and I know when you practice art, it's one of those things you just have to start doing and failing so you can get through it. But like it's like when I first played CK2 before I got used to it. Like I keep getting intimidated by how many fucking tools there are in Clip Studio Paint, and then just exiting out of the program without doing anything because there's just so much going on. But I really want to learn how to do digital art.
Honestly, half the mechanics in CK2 can be completely ignored in favor of just painting the map with colored crayons.
It's true. It do be that way, huh? The most fun part of CK2 are the mod stuff, like the secret cults and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the most fun stuff about CK2 is all the scandalous things you can get into, actually, but...
Yeah, that too. Oh, hang on, I accidentally opened an Amori video and I was trying to check the stream. Lol, just play around with everything, says Hamilton. Play around with everything what? What are you referring to?
Well, I mean, that's a pretty fitting sentence for CK2.
Yeah, pretty much. Games just do whatever the hell you want. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I did not realize how tired I'm getting. I've actually had a lot of friends recently ask me to paint stuff for them. If you want, Brandon, you don't have to worry about the thumbnails. I don't want to take up your time, especially because you're doing them for free. If you want to focus on other stuff, I feel bad to ask of you, especially if a lot of people are bothering you. I can.
I actually used to do a lot of painting myself, especially during an art class I took at that shitty school, and that was, I think, how I discovered I was really into making surrealist stuff, because all the shit I painted was absolutely nonsensical, but I absolutely loved doing it. And the teacher would go, "Wow, this flesh monster is an absolute nightmare thing. I hate it so much. I'm gonna put it up on the board."
Oh, I love that.
It was like a mom putting her thing on the refrigerator, except this woman was like given nightmares by the flesh monsters I painted, and she shared it with everyone because she loved and hated it so much.
Oh, based. When you said surrealist and we're like talking about painting, it kind of made me think I'm not going to do it because Hamilton worked really hard on this thumbnail and I like it, but I almost wanted to for this thumbnail just because you mentioned it's like your therapy is make it a Rorschach test with the Jack Pog on it. Just like an ink blot. So what do you see?
That would be a very good bit.
God, we got to get you on for more stuff. Don't feel bad, lol. I haven't even had to do one in a few weeks. I actively enjoy it. No need to feel any negative. Play around the tools in the program. Oh yeah, yeah. See, that's what I know, but I just my neurodivergent brain. I just get too intimidated looking at it. It's like and then I turn it off. And I know I shouldn't, but that I've been stalling. I really do want to get into digital art. I want to start learning. I want to make cool stuff.
Oh man, I just realized, like, I'm pretty sure everyone on this podcast is neurodiverse, so no, we can't get canceled because if anyone tries to cancel us, we can just accuse them of being biased against neurodiversity.
Based? Yeah, I think everyone's ND except Tanhoney. Or at least Tanhoney's not very sympathetic to my ND plates.
I'm going to be honest. I would bet money on Tan being ND without being aware of it.
That could be totally true, actually. Stellar Wright says it's a powerful feeling to make art that gets an emotional reaction from people, even if it's a negative reaction. Oh, Stellar Riot, who are you on the Discord? Because I have something I want to show you that'll give you an emotional reaction. What is your pain?
I really don't like how that sounded. Oh, you want an emotional reaction? I'll fucking give you an emotional reaction.
Are you on the Discord, Stellar Riot? What is your name? Please let me know. I would love to ping you. I need to show you my art. Oh, fuck, where is it? Let me find it.
This will get an emotional reaction out of you.
This will show you a thing or two. I actually want to show you this.
And Darnell posts it, and his hand like comes out from the image.
Oh, please tell me you're on the Discord.
This is Darnell revealing that he's like the face-stealing centipede from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's McQueen! McQueen's one of my faves. Yeah, okay, you've already seen this then, McQueen, but this is art that will give you an emotional reaction.
I really don't like how you're phrasing this.
I'll show you what I mean, Jack. Just look at the Discord. I pinged you. I love how I'm on stream and doing a bit no one can see.
This stream is absolutely unsalvageable for anyone who wants to just listen to it.
Whatever. It's not like anyone watches VODs. It's all good. People will call me a clickbaiter because they'll watch the first 20 minutes.
I watch VODs all the time.
People will call me a clickbaiter because it's called Loop Here with Jack, and the first, 30 minutes you're not here. They'll watch, 15 and be like, no, fake news, that's not Jack.
That's thank God it was a false alarm. He's not actually here.
Oh, dude, you're, beloved.
And then a boss music starts playing.
You see the health bar appear at the bottom of the screen. Yeah! The walls start fogging up like Dark Souls.
The fucking Orphan of Cost music starts playing.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, you're beloved not just by me, but a lot of the fans really like having you around.
That's really weird. Anyways.
Yeah, also I just realized I did that little thing. I do. Do you ever, sometimes when you get excited, shake your arms? Really sporadically? It's like a weird thing with my autism, and I just realized I did that on camera, and I'm, cringing watching the delay on YouTube.
You're just doing, roly-polies with your arm?
Yeah. Because I usually do that when I'm in private, when I get excited, and I did on stream, and it's like, oh, that's so cringe. Oh, man. I think we're going to wrap it up soon. I'm going to give it another 30 to 60 seconds. Everyone, last chance to ask your questions or anything you want to hear from me and Jack, and we'll answer those, or if there are none, we'll just end it off. And
just so you know, if you don't ask the questions now, you'll never get another chance.
This is your final opportunity. Jack will ascend to the next plane after this stream.
I'm dragging Darnell with me.
Stellar Riot, ADHD/autism solidarity, re-arm waggles. Thank you for understanding, McQueen. Because, yeah, I do that, but usually people don't see it. But in real life, I'm on my own, so I think I did it, and then I forgot, oh, yeah, I'm on a camera right now. And I got really embarrassed.
Honestly, it's... Going back to the cancel culture thing, thinking about it, it's kind of... they're kind of insensitive to neurodiversity.
They really are, because a lot of times an indie person just makes a mistake, and then they don't like really give them a chance to explain, or like their words are poorly made. It sucks. I just really don't like cancel culture. I don't know. I don't. And you know, there is also differences between like, you know, canceling like actually like fucked up shit, like you know, rapists and like racists and like celebrities, and like someone said a thing that came out the wrong way and then it was taken out of context. You know what I mean? There's a difference between those two things. And a lot of times Twitter does not care about that difference, and that really makes me upset.
A lot of people are still doing that sort of thing with Pro Jared, even after he like proved his innocence.
Oh yeah, it's crazy because people just don't pay attention after the initial accusations. Good Day says goodbye and farewell. See you in the next iteration of music class, everyone. I guess we don't have any questions, so we'll end it off.
There's not really a question. I'm pretty sure after my stories, people have just run out of the mental capacity for questions. That's just such an overwhelming nightmare of a mess. And to be like, wow, what?
I guess fair enough. All right. Well, thank you everyone for attending and for listening along. Always appreciate the viewership. Love interacting with you guys on the streams and in the server. And Jack, thank you, of course, for being on. I'd love to have you on more.
I'd love to be on more, but again, the boss music is playing.
Jack, new stream partner, Pog. But yeah, I'm going to cut it off here. Good night, guys. Take care of yourselves.
I'm actually going to appear in the next episode of the podcast. Like, Tane will be dead behind me, and I'll just be talking with Darnell.
We've already recorded it, and like, Anomalous is editing it, and they're like, what the hell? And you're just like, a third audio file appears. What the hell is this ghost file? I can't delete it.
They didn't even download it. It just appeared on their computer.
Yeah, like it like slowly faded in.
They can like see the reflection of my face in their computer monitor.
I love it. All right, good night, guys. Bye.
See ya.
That was good.